What's up, everybody?
Hey now, what's up, good people? Thank you so much for being so patient in the chat.
As
We appreciate
always,
it. Yes,
as
thank you so
always, y'all
much.
hold us down. Y'all hold us down. We appreciate y'all so much. Y'all know I had me a break last week, huh?
Katie, you took a week off. You ain't
I
slick.
I had to take a me time, you know. Sometimes it get like that, but
Mhm.
hey, I'm back this week and I am ready for it. But I missed you guys last week.
Yes, and we missed you too, didn't we? Everybody was like, "Where is Katie?"
Oh, well, I felt the love. I really did. And I do appreciate each and every one of you. And it's nice to know that you missed when you're not where you're supposed to be. But for the record, I think I missed y'all more than you missed me. I'm telling you, I was like, what in the heck? But I didn't get into late. So being busy, that just kept me away from the show. But like I said, I'm back tonight. So I
Nice.
hope everybody is having a great week despite each, we've been having some sad things happen, girl.
Yeah, yeah, but it's always those positive things that help us get through these rough
Mm-hmm.
times that we have. So, it's been a lot going on, but it gets greater later. That's what my mom always says. It gets greater later.
That's right. That's right. And I'm just going to take us into a little affirmation from here because we are ready for a great show tonight. So we're going to go on and get it started. Y'all see, we're sporting our Uncensored Mind t-shirts. Of course, mine was a DIY and it's cold as heck. So I had to DIY with something up under it tonight. But
I know that's
nonetheless,
right.
I am in my Uncensored Mind attire. So if y'all haven't got yours, get it. It's Christmas time. Get it for family and friends.
Yes.
So,
Get it, get it. I got on the S Gang one. S Gang, what's up? Y'all in the
all
building. It's
right.
the erotic zone tonight. So I gotta make sure all the S Gang is front and center and ready to go.
Y'all know what that means. So I know y'all ladies are getting ready for that. So before we do that, I just want to go into just I don't know if you're gonna call this an affirmation or what tonight, but it's what I have on my heart. And what I'm gonna begin with is a set of names. And I ask for your patience as I do this. Just follow my lead and you'll see why. Madison Morgan, 21. Kaylee Guncalves, 21. Zana Carnoto, 20. Ethan Chapin, 20. It goes on. Christopher Darnell Jones, 22. Devin Chandler, Lavelle Davis, Deshaun Perry, all college age. Anderson Lee Aldridge, 22-year-old, and five others dead right there in a nightclub. And this all happened within 1 week, people. But the irony of it is, it happened at the hands of everyone under the age of 24. That tells me that we need to look at our generation. Because, yeah, we're not safe anywhere. You can be in your home, you're not safe anywhere. But look at the generation of the ones who are doing this, the ones who are dying. And let's ask ourselves, are we paying attention to our generation? Because there's subliminal things out there that get our youth to the point that a life means nothing to them. So I'm asking you, parents, pay attention to what's really influencing your child because this is a generation I'm speaking of. And it gets more and more less caring. It's something behind that. Now, my personal opinion, let's look at what they're taking in on a daily basis, such as games. Because this didn't just start, like I said, this is a generation of kids that was once 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a pattern somewhere. And that pattern begins with this generation. So let's take hands of our kids and pay attention to what they're doing. Get nosy and pay attention to what's getting their influence more than what they should be getting, with which is our generational influence. What happened to the days of just duking it out? What happened to the days of really caring about a life? So I ask you, get into your grandkids' life, get into your teenagers' life, because these 20-year-olds was once 5, 6, 7, and 8-year-olds. With that, let's have a great night tonight.
Wow. Thank you, Katie. That was great. And it's so important, like, for people to really, 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 like, dig into what the younger, either whether it's siblings, whether it's children, grandchildren,
Whatever.
nieces, nephews, neighbors, children,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It takes a village, to
Exactly.
really pay attention and get involved in what's going on in these kids' life.
I mean, they kid me all the time about having this wall up. But you know, in this day and time, it's not about the wall. But you better get behind that wall and pray to whoever you pray for. I'm not
Mhm.
Now, don't get on here saying that I'm trying to persuade you to do something. No, I'm not. But what I'm telling you is what I be doing. Okay,
Mhm.
D is down here praying because that's all we got today, Ish. That's all
Yeah.
we got. With the world like we have, that's all we got today.
Mhm. Mhm. You just never know. You just never know. So you got to lean into that faith. You got to, pull out the strength
Hmm.
that you learned as a child, the Bible, the Lord, or whatever
And let's
beliefs
start
that you
passing it
have.
on to the generation
Mhm.
here so that we
Mhm.
can try to put a stop to this, because this is a pattern. But
Mhm.
with that being said, let's just get on here tonight because we do have Thanksgiving coming up. And, we still have things to be thankful for. So let's get on here and get ready to be thankful for all that good food y'all gonna be eating on Thursday. I
Yes,
need a
I can't
plate,
wait.
somebody.
Yes,
I
I
need a
can't.
plate.
We
I'm
gonna air
working.
we gonna airmail you a plate, Karen. Yes.
Welcome.
Listen, Nell,
Hey,
what's going
Nell,
on?
what's up?
Y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Um, damn, Katie, that was a powerful affirmation. It makes you think. Um, the violence that's in and around us, um, it's getting younger and younger and younger. The victims,
Hmm.
also the perpetrators. Um,
Right.
take Katie's message to heart, because we all have an equal part in playing in that, not just being onlookers, but being inspirations to these young peoples, being mentors, speaking up and speaking out. Don't just sit
Hmm.
back and just shake your head when you see these things happening. Take a stance. Maybe you can impact and sway someone's life from going down an evil path, and helping them to see how important and enriched they are, not only to us, but also to themselves.
Exactly.
So, as y'all can see,
All right.
the whole crew is here. We're going to add one more to the bunch shortly, but it's great to see the beautiful, the incomparable, the crazy KD back amongst. You know,
Yes.
last Sunday, we had a little, we had something, but
Y'all did great.
she was resurrected from the dead, and she's here with us this evening.
Yes.
And as we talk about death, so as KD hauntingly put it, right? We have so much death in and around us, um, so much killing from our young people. We have a story that we've seen in the news that has come out. Um, that information, what we're talking about is Shanquella Robinson. When you hear that name, what thoughts come to mind for you?
Mm.
Right? And I got a little something that kind of wrote in retrospect to that to kind of help you understand what direction, we are going in. And it's entitled, Be Careful of the Company You Keep. Shanquella Robinson, like any young person nowadays, went on a vacation with her friends to Cabo. But less than 24 hours after arriving, Miss Robinson was dead. The group she was the group she was with blamed her sudden passing on alcohol poisoning, and they actually returned home, leaving her body in Mexico, where an autopsy report indicates she died from a broken neck and ruptured spinal cord. The death certificate did not signal a sign of death due to intoxication, which was contrary to the statements given to Shanquella's parent by the members of that group that vacation with their daughter. As y'all now have seen, there are videos showing Shanquella being violently assaulted by another female at a luxurious villa the group was staying at. Quella, as she was called out, can you at least fight back? At least something? A male's voice says off camera as a naked Shanquella is flung on the floor while being plummeted. The clip is short, but its impact is lasting. Shanquella was attacked, and nobody helped her. It's hard to wrap one's mind around these circumstances, right? How could this happen? One, Shanquella was a thriving 25-year-old businesswoman from North Carolina who thought she was with allies on what she's supposed to be a fun vacation, not her death. What is certain is the friends she thought she were with were not indeed her friends, right? Let me help y'all to understand a few things. Growing up in a Black household, children are often, we hear the warnings of everybody is not your friend. And that utterance hit like a fist in the wake of this case. Your friends should be like your family. But very often so-called friends can turn into snakes, backstabbers who scheme, gossip, lie, and might even kill you if you're not careful. You believe that your friends will always have your best interests at heart, but no one would think that death would be a part of this trip. And apparently in the case of Shanquella, they also literally broke her neck. Where's the compassion, I ask, of these friends that Shanquella was traveling with? Where was the respect for her life? They felt her. They felt her miserably. So as we sit back and we're discussing this topic tonight, where do we stand on this? What's your thoughts? I'm gonna let you go
I'm,
first.
I'm disgusted. Like, I'm disgusted. I mean, because you think about how many times you've gone on, group trips with, one or two girlfriends that may have been your close knit friends, and then there are others outside of, the normal people that you would hang out with, but you still, you know, participate in going away. And to think that, you know, Shaquilla thought that at least her best friend, the friend that she was the most close with there, the one she was, best friends with for 5 years, she thought that at the very least, that one person, may have had her back throughout whatever may come throughout the trip. Um, and to think that she went there excited, to experience another place, to have fun, to eat, to drink, to experience the sights, to then be kind of lured there for their own benefit. It is so disheartening. And I feel for her and her family. The family that has to, deal with the outcome of this investigation, and what is to come from all of this. I'm baffled. I'm baffled.
Mhm.
It,
I mean, it just goes right along in those names that I called out. And of course, I didn't add her name because I knew she would be one of our top subjects tonight. But again, look at the generation. It means nothing to them to do something like that. And as I said, yeah, I have my wall up. And with things like this, I would keep that wall up because you don't have friends like that. You don't know people like you think you know them. So, yeah, I mean, as a parent, I can't imagine getting a phone call about my child from her friends who I, trusted her to go with, saying first, she died of, said she was sick of alcohol poisoning. Well, mother probably knows her child, and I'm quite sure she could feel something wasn't right. But then when they called back and said food poisoning, well, then she knew, something wasn't right. I mean, it's horrible that anybody would have to go through it. But as I said again, we got to look at the bigger picture surrounding all of these killings. They thought nothing of killing her. It sounded like it may have been planned. I can't say it was, but of course, that's the way it looked to everyone. Again, mindset. These killers are right here among us, and we don't even know it. I mean, it's sad. My heart go out to them all, and Shaquella's mom. I mean, all other moms, but my heart go out to them. I have no words for what to say because as a parent, that's unimaginable.
absolutely. Just to piggyback off of that same very thing, the Mexican authorities have confirmed that they are now investigating Ms. Robinson's death as a possible femicide, and that a femicide is a murder or a homicide against women, a woman, which is common over in these countries. So we got to be vigilant when we going on out of the country and going to these other countries. You know how that's a real thing, but you wouldn't expect the very people that you've gotten on an airplane with, sat next to for 2, 3, 4, 5, however many hours it was, planning this trip and getting there to that destination and checking in, to be the very ones that kill you.
Mm.
The Mexican authorities are also working alongside the FBI and the State Department to um, piece all the details together, to see exactly how this even happened and who will be charged. Um,
Mhm.
Mm.
it seems like we've been doing this every show,
Mhm.
and that's extending our condolences to the parents, the loved ones, the family and friends of a victim of a senseless crime. This right here is a true testament of how we have to get our homes in order. As Katie said during her affirmation, the victims are getting younger and the assailants are getting even younger. We're losing our future rapidly. How do we combat that? What do you think needs to be done in situations like this to where there's some sort of come together instead of we taking each other out?
I mean, it's a number of things that we can sit and say, would do the trick, would be just that thing that would just bring everyone in peace and bring everyone together in peace and harmony. But the reality of it is there is always going to be certain individuals who have destruction and detriment in their mind. And no matter what we may do collectively, and it may help combat it some, but I think it's going to forever just be individuals who are sought on just doing horrible, horrible things. And it's up to us to protect our family and ourselves as much as humanly possible and move in the right direction in order to, keep everyone safe that is as close to us that we can, you know.
T, Mrs.
Yeah.
Heller herself says something that's very important that we need to address. We need to highlight. Because far too often do we highlight individuals nowadays to cancel them when they do something, they go against our grain. Not even against the grain, our grain, whatever that may be. But this young man who has been banished from Nike, the NBA, and even his team, and even individuals who are of like him, right? This young man stood up and contributed $75,000 of his own money to a GoFundMe to help with the Robinson family to help bury their daughter. This man was caught out on a number of different platforms from here to Wazoo, saying he was anti-Semitic, he was hateful, harmful, idiotic, heartless, tasteless. But it's situations like this that shows the true mark of a real person in the face of adversity and how you stand up and how you deliver when it needs to be. We can talk all day long about a video, we can talk all day long about views, but when it comes to situations like this, it shows the true mark and character of a person. So, Mr. Kyrie Irving, thank you. For me, and us here at Uncensored Minds, when we're saying thank you for standing up and doing when others did not. When you've seen how senseless this young lady was snatched from her family's grasp. They were taking that young girl was taken so harshly away from the people that loved her because of hate. The hate that they think that you possessed is the hate that is in and around these people that took that young lady from her family and friends that really love her. So again, we applaud you for helping that family out. And that's what truly matters, right? Those are the things that matter. Those are the things that is attention getting, that should get attention, but never goes mentioned. It's published at the back of the newspaper in small print.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk all day long
Mm-hmm.
about this topic and all it addresses and what it should do. It should be an eye-opening experience or eye-opening situation to where you're looking and saying, what way am I putting myself in danger? Who am I around that is potentially putting me in danger?
Mm-hmm.
The company that I keep, is that positively benefiting me, or is that negatively taken away from me? Everybody that we so-called want to always throw a friend tag on, are they really our friends? The peoples that we let into our circles, are they really meant to be there to support us or help us or add value to us, or are they draining us and potentially killing us?
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
But it
It's
even
sad.
goes further than, even if you keep your circle tight, because I keep my circle tight, trust me, my circle is tight. But then, you do have to get among people in the work world, and you're going to have to be close to them, but you don't have to let them inside your world.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know who you working along beside, because even those people, even your own family nowadays, can be right there in the home with you and planning your demise the whole time. Because people are hateful now, like you say. I mean, they are very hateful, and they think nothing of taking someone who so called supposed to be their loved one or whatever, or if it's friends, envy, whatever, just it's sickening. It really is sickening. And I
Mhm.
suggest y'all get a wall like KD. They talk about me with my wall. They talk about me with my wall, but I suggest y'all better get y'all a wall.
I don't know about going as far as putting a wall up. It's just about paying attention.
Right.
It's about doing your due diligence and paying attention. Yeah, you could put a wall up and
Mhm.
you can fence yourself off from reality. And it's, in a lot of cases, we can put ourselves so far deep behind proverbial objects, and we can miss cues and clues as well, and detach ourselves from what the real world is trying to show us, expose us to, that will safeguard us, right? It's all about doing your due diligence. It's all about
Mhm.
filling out and understanding your surroundings. It's all about protecting your peace, your happiness, your presence. And what I mean by that is, we talked about this on several shows before, needing to post everything. You're giving individuals a front seat view in your world when they didn't pay for admission. You're giving it to them
Mhm.
free, giving them the authority to give a comment or give their opinion on something that they have no business even being a part of.
Mhm.
We tell everybody our business, but then we get upset when people come and ask us about it or entertain it or whatever. So if you want to safeguard your peace, or if you want peace, you got to start with your own safeguard. You got to be your own security of defense.
Mhm.
And that takes maturity, that takes an understanding, but more importantly, it takes love for yourself. We can spend all day on this, but we got to
Mhm.
move right on to the next disheartening piece of information that we've been talking about so far so many times. And it's the three gentlemen, the three University of Virginia football players who was killed over bullying. This happened earlier this week, where I guess a student or a disgruntled student went to a football practice game and decided to start shooting. And in the midst of him shooting, he killed three people and injured, what was it, two more?
Two more. Yeah.
Mhm.
One of the injured, along with his mother, spoke out about that tragic event that happened. He survived, and luckily he was not paralyzed from his injuries.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But again, here's another example of why we need to gain control.
Mhm.
And Nell, I must say that young man, I was speaking of generations, but the very young man you're speaking of, the one that was shot in the back, he actually had gotten away and he wanted to go back. He said he felt that he had to do something. So we still have some, good youth in the world. And
Mhm.
that come from, because we do have some great um inspiration in the world for them. But that shows that he was a hero himself, that he went back and took that chance. The other guy that was running with him told him, come on, run, run. He said, no, man, I got to do something. He said he was going to go and knock on the bus because apparently a lot of the players were asleep on the bus, and he wanted to do something. Unfortunately, as he stepped up on the bus, he was met with the gun. But, big ups to that young man for his bravery, and thank God that he did survive without paralysis, being shot in the back.
Mhm. And the gentleman and well, I say gentleman for lack of better words, but the young man who did this heinous act, there were so many signs that it seems that was leading up to this. He had a prior conviction for a weapon. He purchased guns and then had been denied several times for other handguns. And his behavior was a little sporadic, and he wasn't even supposed to be on the bus. initially. Like, he wasn't a part of the class who took the field trip, but he was in another class that the professor had taught, and she was so excited for this opportunity for the students to, she received funding to carry all of these students to see, believe it was the Till play, if I'm not mistaken, and for dinner and just the whole transportation and everything was included, is that she invited other students outside of her class to attend and partake and, be a part of this amazing field trip. And he wasn't even intentionally, he wasn't even supposed to be on, a part of this, but was afforded the opportunity. And his behavior was just odd, they said, the entire day, like some witness accounts. And it's just weird. You just never know, even if you
Mm.
come from a place of peace and a place of, happiness and friendliness and warmth, it doesn't mean that everyone's going to be receptive to that or even, return that. And he sure didn't that day.
Mm. Now, I thought that the young man was in the garage waiting for them, actually. So he was actually on the trip with them, walking around with them the whole day.
Yeah, he was a part of the trip. He actually
Wow.
sat in the back of the bus, and one of the witness accounts states that,
Wow.
he was kind of set off from everyone else and kind of sat in the back of the bus quiet while everyone kind of, just mingled with everyone and talked. And this person, this witness, she stated, she went to the back of the bus and she kind of, talked to him and, just wanted him not to feel left out in any way. So she kind of offered some kind words and some warmth. She said it was a great group, and the trip was, amazing. But he just behaved a little weird,
Right.
the entire trip, just kind of
Wow.
standoffish. Yeah.
Woo. Whole time he had not made those plans. Mm. That is scary. And like I said, that's why I say, it don't have to be people that you necessarily know and call friends. It could just be people that you are indirectly around. Like the students were all indirectly around him
Hmm.
because he was a part of a group. Just like if you're at work or if you're at school, you just happen to be a part of a group. I mean, and you just never know, like you say, what somebody is planning against you. And
Yeah.
that's the world, unfortunately, that we live in. If somebody's always planning, and like you say, you got to pay attention. Now, they call me paranoid. I don't care, cause yeah, I be looking at everybody sideways. I mean, I don't trust people easily, and the more I hear, the less I trust people. Now, of course, I got my family, you guys that that I do trust, but like outsiders, hey, I'm gonna speak, but I have to keep it moving. I have to keep it moving because you never know.
Absolutely. Keep these
Now,
three names.
did you read anywhere where there was any like history of bullying? I know that that was the statement that he made, that he, you guys bully me too much or something. But did you read anywhere about any history of bullying or that actually being a fact?
No, I just read that he was a football player on on the campus website in 2018, but he never played in any games. So it
Hmm.
Yeah,
almost
he was a bencher, wasn't he?
yeah, it almost just felt like he was just scorned
Hmm.
for a missed opportunity. And
Mm,
guys, and we all know, young people, they talk, they laugh, they joke, they make jokes or whatever the case may be. So where
yeah,
he may felt bullied could have just been, you know, banter, back and forth banter, just whatever of these guys, or it may have been a sign of jealousy, and he just wanted to
yeah,
and his revenge out on any and everyone who was in his way. And you
right,
know what? I didn't make it, so y'all not gonna make it.
Hmm.
And some people have thoughts like that. We got to
yeah.
keep these three names on the tip of our tongue and speak them loud.
Hmm.
Their light needs to shine because they were pivotal. They were pivotal pillars in our communities, and that's Devin Chandler, Lavelle Davis Jr., and Deshaun Perry. They lost their life from this incident, and as much as we want to wrap our heads around why and what happened, we got three lost souls that are no longer with us, and three sets of families who have to grieve the loss of their loved ones when we send our kids to school to learn educations and possibly even a future. Could have been, could have been a thing where they made it to the NFL or to play on some professional ball, but they don't come home this Thursday to sit with their families for Thanksgiving and or Christmas or any holiday of that matter.
Exactly.
That's the scary part. That's the disheartening part that we got to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Not three families, not five families, but six, because that young guy who shot and killed those guys has a family that loves him, will lose him
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of his. So we got to think about things when we do things and when we certain things, and we got to realize that we're not only just acting on our own impulse, but everybody who is going to affect it and feel that from that action that one person decided to go and do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Any
And
last?
reading
It's
about
sad.
the young man, Nell, they say I would lean more so that maybe he had some envious about them. And a lot of times that is the case. Like I said, you have people around you that envy you for absolutely no reason because each one of them, and I know that, of course, pictures can be painted, but each one of them seem to be very well liked by all of their peers. They even the faculty spoke highly of all three of them. Said they were very well liked, give off smiles. And that's not to say that they weren't bullying the young man, but it just don't sound like they would be the type to really doing the bullying. So,
Think of this, because I've been in locker rooms. I played football on a number of different levels. I even tried out for my college. I didn't make it, big school, and got injured. But there's a thing called hazing. Hazing to some is common practice in sports, but then it also is considered bullying as well, and that could have taken place, and that could have pushed them over the edge, and that
now what is hazing?
hazing can be a number of different things. It's like the new incoming class, freshman class, even rookies, and you know, on a grand scale, it could be a number of different things. Especially in college, you can be um, beat, beat up, put through rigorous tests. On the NFL
So
level,
it's a type of initiation.
initiation as
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
hazing, and it's frowned upon, and it's actually illegal now.
Mhm.
That's
Hmm.
illegal now because of the practices that go into what they doing during these hazing things. People who have lost their lives, got seriously hurt.
Right.
Yeah, so
Mm.
it's a big deal, and that could have led to even more, issues, and he could have felt like he was being picked on and bullied. But you never know.
Mhm.
That's true.
And we're seeing that a lot more and more in schools and all of that, where if a child is feeling that they're being bullied, or they're being set aside, you're seeing them coming back with guns. They're resorting to violence in order to not to feel inferior. And it's sad because, like Nell said, not all the time are the practices meant to be of detriment. You know what I mean? It's kids
Right.
being kids, it's jokes being told, you know what I mean? It's goofing
Right.
off and being silly. But you never know how it's being digested by another individual
That is
and
so
what their
true.
reaction is going to be. And a lot lately has been resorting to, you know, violence and mass shootings and things of that nature. So it's just
Right.
horrible.
Again, like I said, it's that generation. I guess it's the thing that they do now. And like Neil say, sometime it. gets out of hand because the first set of names that I called those young ladies, they're all I think it was Colorado. They were all young ladies. They were asleep when their attacker came in and stabbed them in their sleep. So, with them being of that age, 21, 21, 20, and 20, they were in a fraternity. You never know what happened.
Right.
And but they did say that they could tell that it was a crime of anger. So whatever y'all doing, hazing, tasing, whatever, Lord, y'all stop.
One thing I don't want
Cause
to.
I'm
One thing. Let's not let this get lost in translation or even categorize a generation, because that's unfair. We can't blame it on.
well,
We got to.
right, but when you look at the ages, that's what I'm looking at now. As of this week, that's what I'm speaking of. I'm not speaking of as a whole, but I'm looking at as of this week. That's a generation within that age group of what's happening. That's why I say that. And then the hazing, that stuff that take place, I guess, in colleges and stuff, which is all in the same generation. So it's not like I'm just putting it off on them, but right now the proof is in the pudding.
But what I'm trying to say is, and you make a great point. But what I'm trying to say is, it's a trickle down effect from all of us all, because the younger generation, without guidance,
Mm-hmm.
runs amok, and that's anything without a proper guidance or anything with proper education has to figure it out. They're left to figure it out. They're left to explore their emotions on their own, and they don't know how to escape these things. They don't know how to seek help. They don't know where to turn to. So
Right.
it's up to us as a collective, right? It's up to us as a village. We at one point we were a village, and it took a village to raise a child, and it took a village to 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 bring up this sky and raise them up in the air, right? What happened to
Mm-hmm.
that? Because the village was filled with OGs. The village was filled with older people who was able to mentor and guide and be a sounding board, but also steer you away from that trouble and help you to understand that if you go that route, you're gonna end up like me, 20 years in jail, coming home and not even understanding what life is now, and being so far off away that, like, so we got to stop with the I get it, and this is not a tech. We got to stop with the blaming or always throwing stuff at the feet of another generation, and we got to stand up as all generations, because it affects us all, because that younger generation is taken away from older generations, that's going to take away from another generation, so every generation feels that hurt. So when we come together and we cut those gaps, or take those gaps away from those generations, and we start to fill those in with love, you get different results. It almost feels like we throw these young people away because we don't understand them. How did y'all feel when y'all were younger, and the older generation didn't understand us? They didn't understand the music that we liked. They didn't understand the way we dressed. They didn't understand the way we carried ourselves. But at some point, we overtook that generation, and now we look back and we don't understand that generation. Why? Because we don't choose to see it. We don't choose to want to understand it. But it affects us on so many different levels. So instead of castrating, let's work together to bring these generations together, so we're not fearful of going outside our homes, and they're not fearful of us or terrorizing us or whatever it is that they're doing, or we're turning a blind eye to their feelings and their emotions, and giving them also resources to where they can thrive when they need help.
Mm-hmm.
Any last words on this?
Okay,
What up, T?
what's up, man?
What's up? The prophet is in. Well, my last
Bring it up.
words on it is pay attention to what they're doing, because, like I said, they were once preteens, and I think it began before they get to this age.
Man, listen. I want to reiterate that this is not the Kato cast. This is not the Pacify You cast. And I just want to say that a lot of these youngins are like spoiled and like They soft. They just plain old soft. So all of this stuff that they call bullying now is stuff that we just did for fun every fucking day outside with our friends,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't that serious that you had to go kill somebody because they was talking about you. Like, and a lot of this comes from um, people, you know, you want to get your kids in a safer neighborhood or in better schools and this and that nature, but you forget that some of those times creates character and it makes you strong and it makes you be able to stand on who you are. So now when you put them, in these other safe places, they don't know how to react. Like they don't know how to act.
Right.
Somebody's calls them ugly online or whatever like that. Like you can't just turn your phone off. Like it's like DEFCON 3 if somebody called you ugly on Instagram or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You make a great point, KD. I think you, and this is, I know you felt this from us, or at least from me and T on several occasions, when you say something about our hood, right? You may say, oh, I don't want to go to Philly. I don't want to do this. I would never come there. I would never do that. I never would live there. And the reason why we don't glorify it, but the way that we put value in it is because it gave value to us.
Right. I'm not
It,
Mm-hmm.
ashamed of it. It's like it's not to glorify it, but
yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it. And it made me, who I am.
And the reason why,
Mm-hmm.
and our exteriors are so hardened, is because of these environments that we weren't coddled. We were made to experience and feel those things. So when it comes to being soft, we're not going to do that.
Right.
But when
Right.
you take the beatings out of parents' hands and make them do this soft parenting and this emotional parenting. These kids don't know what it feel like to be. They had a ass whooped for something they should be ass whooped for, because
Right.
society says if you do that, that's abuse.
Right.
Well, damn it, I was
Right.
my damn life because I
Right.
fucked up. It made me a responsible man out here in this world
Facts.
that ain't got no record. That ain't got to worry about looking over his shoulder, worrying about if the law gonna come and do something to me, or vice versa, a person. So the very things that built us as adults that we are now is the very thing that they tell us we can't do to our children. It
Mm-hmm.
worked on us. Why are we stopping now? So yes,
Exactly.
we can blame the young people, this generation, but the blame starts at the top because y'all say you beat your child, you're abusing them.
Right.
You're talking to them crazy, or you're disrespecting them. Oh shit, don't do that to them. They don't deserve that. They're just kids.
Right.
Nah. We were just kids at one time too. But our little asses got beat and we understood the repercussions of our actions.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like you got to talk to these kids with kid gloves. I'm not doing none of that shit. I cuss my kids the fuck out and all of that shit. I'm not doing that. Like, no, I'm not
Everything
doing that.
everything has become so emotional. Like you gotta be emotional. You gotta be emotional with people. Like at some point, being real is it.
Right.
Like that strong shit, like, oh, you gotta talk to me nice for me to understand. No, no, no. Like sometimes you gotta get down and dirty so they can understand exactly where you're coming from. Because that too nice shit only gets you fucked over.
Right.
Think people
Well,
was, oh,
like T said, whoop them asses. That's what you
yeah,
got to do. You got
absolutely
to. I
crazy.
mean,
Yo,
it worked with me.
it's
I
crazy.
got
Yo.
one or two.
That's why I said we can't just
Yeah.
generation. We gotta blame us because we're the ones making these rules up now. Oh, don't beat these kids. You're abusing them.
Right.
Oh, don't be tough on them. Don't talk to them like that. Be soft. Fuck that soft. Because soft is going to wind up getting that child ran over like Shanquella Robinson, or
Mm-hmm.
the 3 victims at the University of Virginia. Or being tough is going to get you protected by continuing to be vigilant and being aware of your surroundings and realizing, you know what? Can't trust everybody.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But also right from wrong.
You already know.
Popping. What we doing? I can't
Oh,
start no shit tonight, brother. Like I
Ah,
pills. I had 3 coaching
I'm gonna start
sessions.
some shit later. Look, I'm gonna start some shit later, but for the
Oh
most
shit.
for the most part, I'm being a prophet tonight. But I did want you, to shout out the young lady who was doing big things out here. What's
Oh
happening?
yeah, we most definitely gotta do that. When one story, when we cast shadows upon the masses, at some point the sun gotta shine. Let's let's add light to this young lady, um, who hails from Philadelphia, North Philly, that is, right? And why this is a big deal, why this even matters, is she is the first Black African American woman to own a Chick-fil-A franchise.
Facts.
Yes.
that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
The Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware area. Now you may say, no, I seen somebody else, first black. Yes, congratulations. We talking about here in this region here. This young lady rose from the trenches, the doldrums, the roads that rose to the concrete, put herself through school, got her master's degree, and now she is an owner of a Chick-fil-A franchise here in her own city, employing up to 120 people,
Mm-hmm.
putting commerce
Mm.
in it and back into her neighborhood. That's not something to sneeze at, and we gotta make sure that we shed light on that.
I
That
wanna hold on now. I wanna say that a lot of you ladies said that y'all would love to take the big check over a weekend with your man and all of these kinds of things, and y'all love to go on these little girls trips and sit and stare at the beach for no apparent reason or whatever, however y'all want to qualify it. But if you get together with a couple of your friends or even by yourself, you can go buy an establishment that will feed you on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
If that's something that you care about, like if you care about
Mm-hmm.
getting that big bag and that big check and all of these things, start using your brain,
Mm-hmm.
you
but
know,
Mm-hmm.
but
to
then
take you
too,
to the place you want to be.
this also
Mm-hmm.
is a prime example of creating your own lane,
All right.
not waiting for no one to do for you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Not waiting for that Mr. Prince Charming to come ride up on a white horse and just scoop you off your feet and take you and whisk you away in the sunset. This is you creating your own legacy and being able
For
to
Mm-hmm.
sit
sure.
back, having to work because now you allowed your resources to work for you. You're
Mm-hmm.
employing other individuals to be able to live that same dream at some point in their life by giving them a job. You're taking an at-risk young person off the streets who may have had to turn to prostitution, may have had to turn to drugs, may have had to turn to OnlyFans and sell their body for opportunity to feed themselves and their families. You've put commerce in their pocket the legal way so they can
Mm-hmm.
keep their respect, their honesty, and their freedom. These are the type of things that get highlighted here at Uncensored Minds and will
Mm-hmm.
always get shouted out because this is a beautiful thing. This is where empowerment meets opportunity, where it meets strength, where it meets woman. And we applaud this young lady for going out there and making her own
Yeah.
relations, Miss
I
Quick.
agree.
Yes. Congratulations.
I'm
Such an
telling you.
inspiration, man.
Yeah.
If
And
y'all are in the Philadelphia area, make sure y'all stop up City Line Avenue, and right up there where the Fridays, the big Target is,
Right.
right up there. Mine is Monument and City Line Avenue. City Avenue is not City Line Avenue no more, but City Avenue and Monument Road. Go out there and check out the Chick-fil-A. It's the only one. Well, it's one of two. I should say one of two in the Philadelphia area. It's a big accomplishment because we only had one Chick-fil-A here in Philadelphia. Now we have two. That one there in West Philly and the other one being in South Philly. But this one here is owned by us people. So go out there and check out her, support her. They open Monday through Saturday. stopping there, even if you just stopping in there and saying, "Yo, congratulations," it goes a long way. Trust me. Trust me.
And what's her name again now?
It's at the
Shereen,
bottom of the screen, Katie.
bottom of the screen. Her name is.
Uh, well, I can't see. Y'all know I cannot see. I'm not going to, but what I do want to say, you know, we that are not in Philly, you know, what I like about it is she's an inspiration because you never know what young person is looking at her or what young boss is on the way up looking at her, even what older person is looking at her and getting the idea, okay, if she did that, I can do this because it's like T and Nell say, you know, it's time to get your own bag because if you waiting for somebody to give you a bag, baby, that's not gonna happen. So
Right.
find a way, you know, there's many ways that, you know, to invest. Just find your niche. But big shouts to her. I mean, I am very inspired by her.
Yes, for
Just look at the,
sure.
just look at that. What that does, right? You got a young lady, a young woman. She's young. She's not
Mm-hmm.
no more than in her late 20s, early 30s,
Mm-hmm.
inspiring other young women to say,
Right.
"Damn, I can own a Chick-fil-A. I can own a franchise of this magnitude. I can
Mhm.
do it because I know I see her do it. That's
Mm-hmm.
inspiring. I ain't gotta go out here and trick. I ain't gotta go out here and sell myself. I ain't gotta go out here and rely on a man. I don't gotta rely on nobody. I can get it. I can do me. I got inspirations for
Mm-hmm.
that. So this generation is moving in a grandiose way and showing us generations before them that they got it too. They can run with the
Mm-hmm.
baton too. We just gotta encourage them and support them so they can then be inspirations for a very long time for individual generations that come after them. That's how we
Mhm.
support that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just want to say
Congratulations.
I need to reiterate this to the ladies. It's not as pricey as you think it is. And that same amount of money that the 3 or 4 of you ladies spent on that girls trip could pay for a Chick-fil-A. That's
Or
all I'm
Yep.
or
saying.
instead of getting that BBL or your titties done, go get
Right,
you a Chick-fil-A and now you can afford 10 or 15 BBLs.
right.
Mhm. Mhm.
You mean?
It's got to be
I
smart.
cannot say that I disagree with you guys.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
cannot
gee.
say I
Yeah,
disagree with
smart
you.
move. Smart
Mm-hmm.
moves. Mhm.
Our next topic is something that Katie loves. I mean, like this is Katie's topic, so
Thank you.
I'm going to sit in the cut. I'm going to sit in the cut and let Katie do her spill. So, Katie, could you tell the people what's going on in this story? Nell cut out because he just doesn't want any part.
So fuck this shit. Let me roll now.
Well, could you tell the people what's going on in this story with this lady and her husband and these 3 kids and all of this and this and that? What's happening? What's the story here?
So I don't know the full story, but what I see, and I can only go by what my eyes see.
Oh
They
man,
had been married.
wait
Well,
a
I'm not
minute.
finished.
Wait a minute.
I'm
Wait a minute. Did she propose this topic to us when she doesn't know the full story?
wait a minute. You didn't let me finish.
Go ahead, Katie.
I am nowhere near finished.
Well, go ahead. You
As
said
I
you
said, because I don't want anyone to quote me on saying anything. But the story goes like, this young lady and her husband of 9 months, she found out that he had 3 children that he hid from her. Now she chose to leave him, and it was a post that was posted on another social media page, and you know the comments went wild about what would you do because she left him, and they won't know if she was right or wrong. Me, as an outsider looking in, I said right away, I said, oh baby, it's deuces for me too, because in my eyes he hid 3 children from her. Why would you hide children from your fiance, number one? But then your wife, even after you're married, and see, she even said, had he been honest with her and told her that he had the children, that she could have forgiven him. And I'm with her on that too. Tell me the truth. Why would you hide your children from your fiance? Now, somebody said, and I'm not calling any names yet, said that it's not their business.
I don't care
Okay.
what fucking say.
So how can that not be your fiance, your wife's business that you got three whole human beings that is gonna eventually or could eventually one day come into your life and
No,
you did
bring
not
your ass back
expect
on the
this?
screen, no. No, bring your ass back on the screen. Look, KD, can you tell the people the rest of your what is it, hypotenuse of that
Yes, and
since
well,
he lied, he will
I
not be
said
faithful. I need you to
exactly.
say
I
all your shit.
said, okay, and I will say it. What I said was if he hid something of that magnitude from her, my first thought would be okay, if you hid that, then you're lying by omission anyway, and a big lie, not even a small. You hiding that, hell, you could be hiding another whole woman, or one day you will. In my eyes, now that's what I would see.
Those weren't your
This
exact words, Katie. Your exact words were, since he lied about this, there's no way in hell he's going to be faithful. Those were your exact
exactly,
words. I want to make
exactly.
sure we make all of this shit clear. Those were your exact words.
Well, as I said,
Before I
wouldn't
put
you
this
think
shit,
that?
before
I
I put
mean,
this shit
most
to bed.
women would think that. If he lied about something like that, yeah, he gonna lie about something else.
Do y'all want to go before I play devil's advocate and blow this shit? I'm gonna blow this
Well,
shit right up.
you're gonna blow it right up.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna
what the,
blow this shit up.
I think I said, that I would definitely like after hearing it first, I would be like, oh hell no, and this, that, and the third. But then I would like take a minute. I would remember the vows that I stated. I would want to kind of know where the breakdown of communication came in. Why is it that he kept this from me? And why wasn't it important enough to share? What was the underlying situation into which he felt he could not share? We would really have to like peel back some of the layers in regards to this, and was it something that maybe I gave off that would make him feel like he couldn't share with me? Did he feel like I wouldn't want to be with him or marry him because of it? Like I feel like it would have to be a specific reason why that this was kept from me. Not that it was right that it was kept from me, but I would want to get to the bottom of what it is, and maybe go to counseling, maybe just work through this situation and see how or if this marriage could be reconciled.
You done, Ish?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right,
I'm done.
I'm gonna put a fork in this shit real quick, real simple and real quick. And I hate to have to go this route, but y'all piss me off with the hypocritical, contradictory shit. Now, once upon a time, there was women who got pregnant at 13 or so, and then they had a baby, and then the mother or the sister or whoever started taking care of the baby, and now this baby becomes your niece or just a part of the family, and you don't acknowledge this person to the people you meet in the future as that's my daughter, right? So now you have a whole new fucking husband, and you didn't tell him that you had a kid. And then when this comes out years later at a Thanksgiving dinner or whatever, the guy never once comes across and says, yo, you never told me that was your fucking kid, so I'm fucking leaving you. No, we don't do that, because if we love you, we love you. And that's just a conversation. You didn't tell him because that was none of his fucking business. You was 13. You didn't know him at the time. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think a woman would keep her child a secret.
Oh, cut it out, Katie. Has that never happened?
How it is going to?
It
Well,
ain't.
yeah. I mean
It ain't.
that has
Yeah,
happened.
there are
That
women.
that that has happened. But again, I stick by mine. The woman was right because he had three children. Yeah, not one. he had 3 children that he hid from her. And yeah, she probably do love. She had to love him to marry him. But the question is, did he love her?
I can't. No,
Oh no.
I don't love you. I can't.
I think if
And he
anything, he
probably
had.
loved her in a way,
Yeah.
but he didn't love her enough to tell her the truth. Why
KD,
would you have 3 children? I can't get past that.
who are we to determine that? That's what I'm trying to say. Who are we to determine that? Like
No,
the
well,
same
I mean,
way.
I would be determining that if I was in that situation. You're right. We are not ones to determine that. But again, I ain't finna try to peel back no counseling on that or nothing like that because, I mean, yeah, you gonna want to know how in the hell did something like this happen. You
Because
gonna want to get to the bottom. But the thing of it is, he lied unless he didn't know about them himself.
KD, there can always be, extrinsic circumstances. Say he had these kids with her 15 years ago and she tried to kill him and he's departed the whole situation out of his fucking brain and he's moved on with his life. So now I'm not going to come to you all the time and be like, yo, you know what? In my past life, I had a girl who tried to kill me and we had 3 kids together. It's like I moved on with my life. And it's my choice if I want to share that with you or not. You don't determine what I'd have to and what I'm going to share with you. I determine that. You don't.
So you are saying that you don't have anything to do with the kids, so therefore you're not telling her that you have the kids.
No, what I'm saying is you don't get to tell me what is determined that I have to tell you. It's my business. If I choose to tell you, that's what I choose to tell you. You don't get to determine.
And you are absolutely right. And if I choose to stay with you or leave you, then that is my determining right.
Right. So as quick as you're to say, well, he must didn't love her. Maybe she must didn't fucking love him if she's quick to be like, I'm out.
Well,
I
I
just have
mean, she probably had to just stop hurting. I mean, see, you never know what you're gonna do until you're in those situations anyway. But
I have a question.
I'm not mad with her for doing it. I'm
I,
not.
I have a question. Why is the overall resounding message to just always leave? Why is that the first thing to do instead of figuring it out and making it work? Why do you want to leave something that you said you wanted to be in? The moment you said I do under these for better or for worses and this, that, and the third, you gave your I do to God. Like you did that, you performed that in front of God. So you walking away from something that you gave like understanding to. That's why I don't be understanding how is it so quick to just walk away from something that can be fixed.
But see,
You
she
didn't.
and her, she's probably thinking like this. Everything was a lie. Even
KD.
the marriage was a lie.
So
What
when
that,
you stood in front of,
But
you didn't buy your dress, you didn't walk down
right,
the aisle, you didn't stand in
right.
front of a congregation, in front of people and say I do. That whole ceremony was a lie.
But it was a lie because he omitted that he had children. That's
Hey
if he
KD.
knew now. If he knew.
Hey
And
KD.
now, see, I can understand what you just said. If it was a situation where he's not even having anything to do with the kids himself, okay, I can see that. And then it slipped out from a family member, like, okay, he's got kids. That's that situation right there. I could probably talk things out. But if you know you have those kids, you have a relationship with those kids, I need to know about those kids.
Hey KD, look, check this out, right? I know people right now that's their son, and they're gonna still continue to call him nephew for till the end of fucking time, and nobody else is gonna know that secret. And you know
mhm,
why nobody else is gonna know that secret? Because none of their fucking business. That's
mhm,
why it's that
Little
fucking
family
simple.
secrets. Yeah,
None of
you're
their fucking
right.
mhm,
business.
I know it be little family secrets.
mhm, mhm.
Those are little family secrets.
That's the
Those
how
are
is that a
not big.
little secret?
Oh, those are
I
big.
know and
So
look, I am not excusing that. I'm not saying they're right. I am not saying that that's right. I don't agree with that even because everybody has a right to know who they are, where they're from, and all of that. and no one wants to feel like they are being that they are not wanted. I mean, imagine how those kids gonna feel. He tried to hide them.
How do they know?
I'm quite sure
My,
that the family secrets leak.
so my question, so just my next question is, and I'm just trying to understand because I just want to understand. Um, Women, right? Y'all safeguard y'all children from the man that y'all currently dating until y'all feel comfortable with sharing your children with him, right?
Yeah.
What if he didn't think that this was going to go this far or get married, or she has a history of being topsy turvy or not knowing what she wants to do? Could he have been safeguarding his children from that experience, bringing them around different women, and it didn't work, or he thought it was going to work, and now that he's married to this woman, and now they are X one. Now I can bring my children into this situation because maybe
9 months later,
I cannot.
what if the mother
9 months
what if,
later,
what if the mother is toxic and the mother is
he
keeping?
had made up his mind when he decided to marry her that this is the woman he wants to spend his life with. Wouldn't that be a
So
great
just because
time to bring
so
them
KD,
just
together?
because it's
he didn't
okay,
say I need you to take
later
care of
you
these
can
kids.
okay, okay, you married,
Exactly.
but this the
So
thing
why
you
I
said
gotta tell you that?
you said you make a point of 9 months later, right? That he
Hmm.
could have did this in 9 months, but you married this man. You are his
Right.
wife. You walked away from him. You could have. How did he know that you weren't going to do that months ago? And he had to safeguard his
That's why
children from
he did.
Right.
Oh, please. Okay.
Told you, man. These rose-colored glasses are fucking amazing, man. Where do I get a pair?
What does he have to
I gotta
safeguard?
get
The
a new pair from these.
stepmother leaving them?
I gotta
Again,
get a new
she
pair
even said
from
if
these.
she knew about them, that
KD,
it
they
would not have been
always
an
say that.
issue.
KD, y'all always fucking say that bullshit ass lie. Just tell me the truth, and I'm telling you, I'm not gonna get mad. Fucking bullshit.
Just tell me the truth. That's all I ask.
Right.
As soon as somebody tell you the truth, then you fucking lose your shit. The
Just
fuck
tell
out of
me
But
the
here.
truth.
all right, so
Well,
if you would be okay with him telling you that, why are you not okay with him telling you that? That's what I don't understand. That's where I'm trying to get that's why I'm trying to get this concept of. You say, just you should have just told me from the beginning. I would have been okay with
mhm.
it. I'm telling you, and you're not
Right.
okay with it because you left.
You're telling
So you
me
Right.
think that
after
was
after we done went through probably a 6 to 1 year engagement and
KD,
then 9 months of marriage. Why even bother to tell me at that point?
KD, you don't control my
But
timetable. You don't control my timetable. Sorry,
right.
Exactly.
you don't.
But
And
even
exactly. And again, to each his own. Not every man is like that, thank God. But then there are some that are like that and feel like that. And then depending on who they married to or who they got, you're right. They can't control what you tell them, what you decide to share with them or not. But then it's on them whether or not they can stay there and accept that.
or was she upset that
Some
she
can or some
or
can't.
because she had left because she now doesn't feel like, oh, I can give him his first baby, and now I'm
And
scoring.
you have a point.
Because
It could be
yeah.
part of that. She's
is
probably
that
hurt from that
selfishness
too.
though? At that point, when you look at it like that, is that being selfish or is that legitimate? I'm gonna leave this nigga because I can't be the first one to give him a
Oh,
baby.
that's selfishness.
Well, if that would be her sole purpose, that would be selfish. But there is no way in the hell we turn this around to be this woman's fault. That's his fault. Ain't no way this can be blamed on her because she made
No,
the
no, 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 no.
decision to
Let's
leave
not. Look,
him.
look, look. This is what happens every week. We're not
Yeah,
blaming nobody.
nobody's blaming
We're just
her.
talking. We're not blaming on her, him. We're just asking a question. You defending something. You're jumping out the window for somebody you don't even know.
But no, we are talking about the
We're
situation.
no.
We are talking about the
We're trying
situation.
to. We're trying to converse. So
KD,
both.
I never blamed her. All I said was you don't fucking control my timetable. That's all I said.
And now that
And
it's
you're
out in the
right.
open, why can't a discussion be had or a conversation be had or healing
And
begin from
that
that
was my
point
biggest question.
forward?
That
And
was my
then see,
biggest question.
we don't know what may have taken place before
Right.
then. Maybe, they were having some problems even before that. So when this came along, because they've been having problems already, it's just kind of what's the nail that, that
It's
was
it's
needed to
it's,
kind of
it's
push them away.
screaming. It's just screaming bullshit to me. Katie, shout out to your nephew, son. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to your nephew, son. All right.
Yeah,
Shout
listen.
shout out to Barry. Shout out to
Shout out to your
Barry's son,
nephew.
Kevin. That's really his son, ain't his nephew.
Shout out to Aunt Sister.
You
Like,
did.
seriously.
Shout out to Janet Jackson and Reba.
That happened a lot back in the day.
That's
More than,
Mhm.
yeah.
they safeguarded the child because they didn't want the backlash of the family looking like they was
Mm-hmm.
fast. Come on, we see that all the
Mm-hmm.
time. But
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. I just was asking.
It
I want to.
happens.
I'm gonna tell if I had a kid. I'm gonna tell if that's not the kid mother. Oh yeah, I got a kid. Okay, it is what it is. If she leaves, she leaves. She wasn't the right one for me. And she
That's
stayed.
right.
So
That's right.
everything ain't always got to go jump out the window like a fire.
Mm-hmm.
It could be fixed. It could be cool. Everything could be good. Everything don't mean it ain't meant to kill you. It ain't meant to break you up to the point where this person didn't tell me this or this person said this and it was whatever. It ain't meant to like you didn't love me because you ain't tell me. Yeah, I love you.
That's what I'm saying. The equations that come out of this should
Mm-hmm.
be fucking amazing to me. Nigga, you hid a secret from me, so that means you're unfaithful. What? how do these two equate? Those two do not
Not at
equate.
all. Not at all.
Uh,
Oh yeah, it equates
You
because
say,
if you
yeah.
lie about it equates in my mind something like that would
You're
equate
crazy,
because if you
Katie.
lied about that, what else would you lie
You're
about?
crazy, Katie. That's why you're crazy.
You call it what you want. You call it crazy, I call it cautious. If you lie about that, then you gonna lie about something else.
yeah, like you got questions like this. People, and this is coming from a woman. Carmel says, "How do you know they didn't get married shortly after meeting, and he just didn't want to bring his kids into that as of yet?"
Mhm.
And then once he
And that's telling me that you didn't trust me with your kids anyway. So how do you love me if you don't trust me?
Me loving you and trusting you don't got nothing to do with me bringing my kids around you when I first
Oh,
fucking meet you.
Right.
I could love
okay,
the
well,
shit out of you, and I'm still going to protect my kids. Those two don't.
Especially, yeah, and especially if it's drama on the other side of it. Like, there's the child's mother that is involved that could bring nonsense or drama into, his relationship or marriage or whatever. And maybe he wanted to keep it away from her because of that. Like,
and he should
it's a
have known.
number of
Now,
reasons.
if that's the case, Ish, and he's got one like that, he should have known he wasn't because that baby mama is going to eventually find you because she's already jealous because you got a wife. Do you really think she would stay
nobody
quiet?
got no, that's not real. Every baby mama is not jealous. Every
Now,
baby
I
mama
Mhm.
didn't
don't
say
got heat
every.
in their
Okay,
heart.
that never crossed.
Every
No, no.
baby
I
mama
said
don't got
if.
heat in their heart.
No, no. I said if it was like each said that he got the baby mama drama. I didn't say everyone. I didn't say every one of them were. Understand me now. I said each said that he may have had some baby mama drama over there.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I want to ask both of you lovely females dear, deep-hearted question. I mean this so sincerely.
Mhm.
So, ladies, both of y'all have been married before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did your husband know every single deepest, darkest secret that you had in your whole fucking life? Did he know it?
Nope.
Mine did.
That's what
Mine
you
did.
know. And that's not real. That's
Yes.
How y'all gonna tell me what I didn't
we
tell
know
my
we
That's
know
my husband?
bullshit.
I didn't hide. I don't hide nothing. And see,
Katie,
so
maybe
we
that's why I
hold on.
am like
So
I am.
every conversation that you may have had with Ebony or Shell, he knew about.
right.
If it was a deep dark secret,
No. You
yeah.
can't alter you can't alter the question. Every conversation that you had with Ebony and Shell, he knew about.
What you
every.
mean every Okay, well, number one, he wouldn't know nothing about me and Cheryl because me and Cheryl ain't never been as close as me and Ebony. But now me and Ebony, I mean, everything that Ebony knows about me as far as a deep dark something deep like that, trust me, my husband knew.
The
I
question
didn't hide
was
anything from him.
every conversation that you and Ebony
Not
had,
conversation, of
then
course.
it's
I mean,
meaning you
that's
don't
just a
tell him
conversation.
everything.
A,
You
a
don't tell him every.
conversation and children are two totally different things.
He
You can't
actually no.
equate
The
that.
question was asked
KD,
Oh,
when
Jesus
you were
H.
married. Did your husband know everything? And you said yes. That's
KD,
not real.
Of course, he didn't know everything that come out of my mouth. I mean, I'm not going to go there and say, okay, take out the dictation book. This is what I said today. Da, da, da. Of course not.
So
But
we all
anything,
have secrets.
in
right?
We all
yes,
have
but
things
you
that your
said
mate
secrets
doesn't
going
know
into.
every detail of everything that goes on in your life.
Right.
So
Mm.
you're saying that even if you're not coming in with deep dark secrets, that I can see that, Neil. That's just everyday conversation. That's just everyday living as you
Nah,
live and
I think what
grow.
we're trying to say is we have to listen to the question in order
Right.
to be able to answer the question legitimately because you don't know what the
Mhm.
next question comes from that. What the question was, when you were married, did your husband know every detail
Right.
that involved you? No,
Nope.
no.
No, okay, it's not realistic to
Okay,
Right.
even know
so that's
every
why we're
That's
saying.
what
detail
I'm
of
trying
your
So,
to
child,
say.
but details such as children,
KD,
that don't equate to
but
that.
that's why we said.
hold on.
That's why.
Hold on.
That's why we
Hold,
said
hold,
that.
hold on now, KD. It might feel that way for you. That don't mean that it feels that way for him. You might feel like if it's a child, this is something super. I want to share this with my person. He might not feel that way. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get
And
to.
I understand that. See, you're right. We are each entitled to how we are going to receive any type of information or anything like that. And she just wasn't the type that wanted to work on it. Like I said, we don't know what type of relationship they had beforehand. And who knows, maybe they will get back together. But her decision as is based right now is she wanted to leave him. And we
Um,
don't know why.
no. Last thing on this because I want to move on. I just want to say, shout out to the single women and good luck. If y'all want to take this fucking road, shout out to the fucking single women and fucking good luck. What the fuck?
I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm trying
Oh boy. Oh boy.
to be good. Trying to be great tonight.
Now
Yes.
you're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm learning. Shut up.
Doing great. But yeah, some secrets,
Look
man.
at Sarah. Look at Sarah though. Sarah keeps it real. A lot of different.
Yeah.
Don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. That's what I was taught. Sarah said she a real one. Brenda said I didn't tell everything either.
I
So
know. That's what I said. They fucking it be biased, fucking hypocritical shit. I'm not gonna tell you
You
everything, but
ain't
you
gonna
gonna tell
tell
me.
Leah, you go on a girls trip, they go on a men trip. We don't expect to know stuff like that.
we
That's
have the
not what's
women.
expected to
We
know. But a child, if you
That's
got three
all
children,
right.
that's what
you're
So
I'm
we have
expected to
saying.
know that.
But
KD,
yeah.
you don't
question.
get to
That's different.
determine what it is that I should or shouldn't tell you. Who
Well,
are you?
We
Where
have
do
the
and you
y'all
are
find
right.
this
I
gift of
can't determine
entitlement?
that, but I can determine how I receive it.
ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
just me.
In question from the audience, and Millennia says, "My question is, did she even ask him if he had children?
Right. Sometimes women
Did
don't even
she know
answer that.
Just assume that he
It's
didn't
that
have any.
question because
Right.
you can feel away if the question was answered untruthfully.
Mhm.
Right
Hmm.
now, you may feel a certain way if you asked, "Hey, babe, you got children?" And he said, "Nah, shorty, I ain't got nothing." But then come to find out, he got three. Then
Hmm.
you can say, "I can't trust you because you lied to my face," or
Right.
boom, boom, boom. But just not sharing information doesn't necessarily equate to being a lie.
Well, my mind gonna see it the way it see it. I mean,
And,
to,
oh, and,
to each his own.
and we are
Katie said,
To
I don't
to
care
each
what
his
the
own. Yeah,
scenario
I
is.
mean, I ain't mad with nobody for the way they take it. But what
Right.
the
Hey,
way my
no,
mind would
look,
process it,
no, this
it
is
is what
how
it
Katie
is.
is. You told me you didn't take the trash. You told me you took the trash out already. You fucking unfaithful motherfucker. You was that kid. You fucking unfaithful motherfucker. You lied about taking out the trash, so you lied about every
I
fucking thing.
would
I
Right.
actually
not.
Unfaithful
I would
motherfucker.
I
not.
actually
Trash
took it
would
trash. It
not.
was just more shit that we put in there. You're
Yeah.
right. It out last night. It's just that we filled this bitch up again.
I would
Mhm.
actually even take the trash out. I don't mind taking the trash out. So no,
Right.
I would not.
That was a beautiful, interesting topic. Nobody got hurt in the discussion of that topic.
Yeah. Was
Let everybody
no
left.
crossfire
I got
going
hurt.
on.
I got hurt. No, I got
You
hurt.
got hurt.
How did you get hurt?
My feelings is hurt
Are
for
you
him.
going to resign?
No, I'm not going to resign. I'm not one of the. I'm not part of the soft generation.
All right.
I'm not part of the soft
As long
generation.
as your hurt doesn't
My
allow you
feelings
to
are hurt.
resign, you're good.
Yeah, my feelings are hurt because y'all gotta stop, man. y'all gotta
So
stop. Like
we
Mhm.
wouldn't be.
I don't like that biasness shit. Y'all gotta fucking stop, man. At some point, you gotta fucking stop. That's all
We,
I'm
would,
saying.
we wouldn't be uncensored minds if we ain't.
Oh, good.
So as you can see, we got full effect. The four of us is back, loving on each other, slapping each other around, and creating controversy and catastrophe. But we got another great segment for y'all, and y'all already know what this is. This is Erotic Zone with Ish. Ish, what's up, Ish?
What's up? What's up, S gang? What's up? Y'all ready?
What up?
What's going on? What's going on? So tonight, you guys, we will be discussing porn.
Okay, party time.
Mom, go to
Where's
bed,
the
mom.
champagne?
Porn.
Mom, go to bed, mom.
Where's the champagne at? I need
So
champagne. I
listen,
need
yes, if you got
strawberry. What are we
yes,
doing?
if you got your wine, if you got your little libations, whatever it is, go grab it because we will be discussing porn.
Mm.
The pros and cons of it. If we
I'm
like it, if we don't like it, is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? Right? We're going to dive into this conversation tonight and just kind of, peel back some of the layers to porn about really what we think about it, really how we feel about it, right? Let's go over some of the pros, y'all, right? The pros about porn. It can be sexually empowering and overall a normal and healthy expression of sexuality, right? It could be a relationship builder when used as a tool to, like, spice up your sex life, keep it fun and fresh. It can help you build healthy attitudes towards sexuality and your perceptions about sex.
Hold on, Ish.
Mhm.
Look at Nell. He's so happy. He's smiling and
Ding,
shit.
ding, ding, ding,
He's
ding.
so fucking happy.
Yeah, now. um, yeah, it can help you, build healthy attitudes and perceptions about sex, because sometimes it could just be looked at as, being nasty or, things like that. So, just evolving and seeing different things and knowing that it could, add to a healthy sex life for you. It can help you become comfortable in fantasies and things that you're thinking about that you may want to try, that you're not even sure if you like, but seeing them and having that visual stimulation, could help you tap into some things that you might not have even known that you liked, or your partner for that matter, right? Um, Research says that a masturbation schedule makes us better lovers. It
That's deep.
helps release stress.
That's deep.
So, porn helps with the visual stimulation during masturbation. And so, some people need it, some people don't need it, but it can help visually stimulate a masturbation session. Again, like I said, it is also a stress reliever. It can help with, mental health
I
and
can't get
relieving a
over.
lot of stress.
I can't get over Nell's happiness right now. I'm sorry. I
Now
fucking
it's all
can't.
into it too, right? Um, yeah, and it's a lot of pros that should be considered when thinking of porn, but sometimes we think of or we hear right off the bat, when people say, oh, porn, 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 they automatically go to the negative connotations about porn, and just, the horrible things or the detrimental things that sometimes can stem off of porn. So let's discuss some of the cons. With people stating that, porn is not right, it's not healthy, it's bad, it's nasty, it's defiling. That leads people who may be intrigued by porn or may, get off on porn. It may lead them to have shameful thoughts, which can lead to their stress and anxiety. And so, it's taking something that could be helpful or healthy in a way and making and putting a bad spin on it. It could form a social isolation if it is watched too often. Sometimes people then don't know how to really tap back into that human connection if they isolate themselves with porn all the time. It could also cause false expectations of your human sexual encounters, meaning, if you seeing a chick and she got 3,000, then you might expect your lady to be able to do that, and maybe physically she's not able to, or some of the tricks and splits and all the extra stuff. There could be a you could falsely create expectations of your partner that is just not common. And it could cause problems in your relationship if your partner or the other party is not into it. It could cause a little friction, in a relationship if one doesn't like it or not. So yeah, let's talk about it. Do we like it? Do we not like it?
Each also, it could cause problems if one of the parties is addicted to the porn.
Right. Yes, and I did have that as well. Where did I have that at? Yep. Oh, and I did want to say certain videos or styles of porn could lead towards like negative aspects such as sexual violence, aggression, etc. So it all depends on what you are taking in. You know what I mean? And you kind of should steer away from those type of porn videos or whatever. And the addiction also can desensitize your sexual interactions, being addicted to it. So let's dive into this conversation, y'all. Seriously, like, panel members, give me your thoughts. You like it? You don't like it?
I've said to each his own. Now, being an author, I have to look at it from time to time. Look, being an author, it's nothing that I venture in a lot, but I have watched it before. I mean, I see nothing wrong if that's what somebody want to do. Why why would you have something negative to say? Because that's their choice whether or not they want to watch it. I mean, like I say, to each his own.
All right,
I say have at it. Now,
want
whether or
to.
not you're gonna try some of that shit on me, what you see is a totally different story. Now, don't come trying that. You watch all that what you want to watch, but don't you come putting your damn handles around my neck or talking about you gonna put my hands around me or something. Don't come trying that shit on me. You watch it, but don't expect me to try everything you see. I will be venturous and maybe try things that I feel comfortable with, but things that I'm not comfortable with, I'm not gonna even entertain it.
So,
All right,
KD, let me ask you a second, real quick, T, before you do it. Let me ask you something, KD. So, you said that you wouldn't like for him to not like impress upon you the things that he's seen that he wants to do. But are you open to like a healthy discussion about what he likes
Hmm.
and say, okay, can we give this a try? Are
I
you
am
open to
very
that?
open to that. I am very
Okay.
open to that.
Okay. Well, go
Very
ahead,
much
T.
so.
all right. I wanted to stay in one of KD's points as some women, KD, some women do take offense to their man watching porn. Some women do feel like, why are you watching porn? You should be looking at me. And some women take that stance and they feel like that's disrespectful when their man is
N-
watching porn. So
Now you are right because now when I was younger, I remember getting mad because my ex was looking at porn, and I felt offended because I felt like he wasn't attracted to me. I'm like, what? You need this in order to be attracted to me? So you're right. When I guess when you're not used to it or whatever, the mind can go that way. The mind can go that way.
Couldn't that be a case of you wouldn't let him put his hands around your throat, so he wanted to watch it on the porn? I mean,
Oh hell no, no! You ain't put your hand down. Like I say, like each say, I am open to discussing what you saw, and I am open to discussing of you telling me, of us discussing whether or not it's something that we can try. Cause like I said, now I need to know hands coming, cause my mind is gonna go to you trying to kill me. No.
So guys, y'all like it? T, you like it? Nell, you like it?
I'm not porn daddy, but I'm cool. It serves a purpose. I'm not porn daddy, but it serves a purpose, and I would rather create my own porn than to watch porn.
Yeah,
but it is serviceable.
I'd rather see my chick in those. I'd rather see a video of my lady. Just logging into a site and watching somebody else, because then I can know, damn, that's mine. Let me jump in the car real quick, or let me call her, let me FaceTime or whatever. Can't get to it. Plus, that stimulation that's mine, and it heightens the mood a little bit. You know what I mean?
So, do y'all feel like you can utilize it in relationships?
Whoa! You can't ask a question and then not answer, Miss Ish and KD.
I did answer.
You said no.
The question was, do you like porn?
Oh yeah, I do very much.
It is acceptable. Like I said, it is acceptable, and I have looked at it. I mean, I don't disagree with it.
All right.
And like I said, to each his own. And I have looked at it.
So yeah, so do you guys feel like, so I know you said, like Nell was saying, he would rather, interact with his significant other. Do you feel like porn can implement a little spice to a relationship, like watching it together, not necessarily watching it alone, but how about watching it with your significant other? Is that like something that you guys feel like can be helpful to spice it up, to spice up a session?
I feel like
that. I think it could.
I feel like that depends on your partner, because you might have a partner like that'd be like, ew, turn it off.
No, because like I said, when I felt offended, and I expressed my feelings, then we did talk, and I actually gave it a try, and we would watch it together.
All right, Katie. So if I'm watching anal, are you watching it with me?
I mean, I'll be watching it, but it ain't finna be no interaction with me. I'll be telling you as we watching it. That's one of the shits you ain't gonna try with me.
Right. So let me ask y'all something. Have you ever got a signature, like have you ever got a move or an action or something from a porno that you used in one of your sessions?
Definitely.
I want to try the upside down John, like
now you've been talking about this for a good while. I want you to try this.
I want to try the upside down on your shoulders, with your shoulders on the ground, your head like on the
joint. Boring in the comments. I just want to let y'all know that.
And your legs open, and I want to be like a scissor top your joint, going crazy. Like I want to try that. I seen it on the porno. It looks super amazing.
So you gotta when you gonna try it, you gotta try it. Are you saying it because visually you think like it would be something amazing, or would you really try it if the opportunity presents itself?
I mean, again, like just like KD said, your partner got to be comfortable with it,
right?
And you don't want to put your partner in a position to where they're not comfortable with it, and then it's a mood killer,
right?
Or you're hurting them and they're not enjoying it, because you could be enjoying it and they're not. And that shit, like, oh, all right, well, that was cool for you, but that wasn't fly for me.
Right.
So then it's like, oh, damn, like, here we go. You know what I mean? But you got to make it to the point where it's for both.
Hold on. No, I got a question. Hold on. So, ladies, if I'm watching girl on girl action, are y'all watching it with me?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Katie said no, no, no.
KD,
I
KD, this
That's
is
a
am.
straight
but
no.
you straight and you comfortable in your sexuality, but watching a girl on girl, she may know how to eat it better than he
I
do.
don't even like guy on guy. I just don't
Oh, we're not
like
watching
that.
guy
No,
on guy.
nobody asked you about
Oh, what?
that.
Oh, no. You want to watch
Oh,
that? Why?
Nobody asked
I
you
mean,
about
I
that.
don't like.
yeah,
I never
guys,
anybody else. But I'm
Nobody
just
asked that question.
saying, I don't. Okay, the same way y'all feel about that. That's the way y'all feel about
I
watching
know.
girl on girl.
Maybe she knows where the spots are on the
Right.
woman's body.
I don't.
To
Okay, and maybe he know where the spots are.
he don't know the
I
spot.
mean, it's just some.
You
He
No,
don't
never.
no. I'm
know.
saying guy on guy.
No, he never gonna know that. Take that out
Right.
your.
Okay, that's why I'm saying.
Take Brokeback Mountain
No,
out your
I'm just saying this.
library.
It's equating to that's the way y'all feel about seeing guy on guy. That's the way I feel about seeing girl on girl.
Mhm.
And I mean, are same sex together. I just don't
Shout out to the
like
ladies
seeing
that's
same
gonna
sex
watch
together.
Girl on Girl, man. Shout out to y'all.
Carmel
Yeah.
said she girl.
Yeah, I mean, you can learn a lot from it, and also that ties into too. Sometimes when you're watching things that you wouldn't normally watch, you can learn things, or you can also, discover things about yourself. I know for me, that's what happened. Like, you know what I mean? Things that excited me or intrigued me, and I was able to do that.
Wow, we
What
gotta be
happened?
standard guys because we don't want to watch guy on guy. What can I learn from that?
And what can I learn from watching girl on girl?
Girls know how to eat pussy, Katie.
Hell to the no. I don't. Men know how to do it better.
Not all of them. No, they don't,
Uh,
Katie.
well,
No,
the
the fuck
ones
they
I've
don't.
experienced do.
Well, a
I
lot
just
of
put it that
women,
way.
yeah, a lot of women say, especially women who've experienced oral from another woman, will say that a woman actually sometimes
More
can do it
power to
better than
them.
a man.
And
Yeah.
more power to them. I
Hmm.
salute them. Just
Or
not for me.
or she could be licking your breasts, your nipples more sensual than, and she's
Hmm.
like, damn, like that right there is how you caress a breast and don't
Hmm.
you ain't eating it up and you ain't biting the nipple all hard. It's you tender with it. Some certain things ain't
I
gotta
will
lend itself to.
experiment with my man and find
Right.
them spots.
What's the
Because
next
if I
question?
get the right man, he gonna be able
Right.
to find it.
Right.
What's the next question, Ish?
Yeah, so I mean, listen, I want to know if in fact
Can I put a box around Katie's square that says PG 11? I just want to put a box around her square that says PG 11.
That's rated G.
Go ahead.
No, put a box right now that says strictly. Mm-mm.
strictly
That's
dickly.
all.
Ain't nobody put you. Ain't nobody trying to put you with a woman. We just asked.
No, I'm just saying that don't even excite me in any type of way to see female on female
Yeah, that's
at
cool.
Mhm.
all.
No problem.
So the other day I posted just like a little thing on my Instagram that basically says, when you watch porn, what are you putting in the search engine, right? And I got a lot of comments from guys, right? I got a lot of comments from guys. I got some women that chimed in, with the funnies like, hi, good question, or, just a laugh or whatever. But they didn't really like say like what they search or whatever the case may be.
What was the
What do
main
you,
joint? What was the
huh?
main joint, Ish? What was the main joint?
Pretty much big booty. What you
Uh,
mean? What was the main joint in the search engine?
right.
Yeah. Some people said cream pie. Some people said big
I'm
booty
not.
milfs,
I'm
Spanish
not.
Spanish big booties. Oh, Taz
I'm
said
not
big
mad.
booty. Taz said his was
So
big booty hoes.
a question. Okay, I'm so glad you. Okay, question. T, what is your search engine? Just give
Don't
me
ask
your
me.
search engine.
It's probably going to
Your
be the main thing is probably going to be squirting, and then it's going to be cream pies. Then it's going to be ebony because y'all know I love my black ladies. Then it's going to be
nail.
ebony. I'm not done yet, Katie. The
Oh,
fuck.
damn. Hell, he ain't searching good. Okay,
and, then,
T, what?
Oh my
And what
and
else?
then it's going to be like where the stepmom is taking advantage of the boy of the
god. I
stepson.
can't.
Oh
Go
my
ahead now.
God.
Go ahead now.
One only. Black granny. You did.
Ew. I can't.
Your ex, I tell you. You did.
God.
Your ex, I tell you. You did.
Black Gray.
Yo, I cannot. I'm
What
scared
about
to
you?
even know.
What
Like,
about y'all? What about
But
y'all?
grandma, big butt black grandma, black grandma is the number one search.
I
Only
can't.
search.
We're not doing that. What about y'all?
mine's is like ebony erotica. Like, I like the sensual stuff. I like the erotic stuff. I like some of the dom stuff. Like the spanking, the whipping, the choking, the chains, that kind of stuff.
Katie,
Um,
Katie, is yours vanilla?
No, it's not. What have I have searched big cock.
okay.
Who?
Big cock.
Mm-hmm.
What are you, white?
What are you white? Yeah, such
Big.
cock.
Karen, Katie, you got to search long, big, black
I mean,
dick.
you're right. I've searched that too. LBD. I've searched.
BBC.
Yeah, but I love to search the eating part. I searched that.
This is wild for a motherfucker that was so banal and so you got so many engines going at once. Man, your history.
I am an author. Look, wink, wink. I am an author.
When
Wink,
we going to
wink.
stop? When we going to drop the charade and just be real?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
cool. You a freak. You a freak.
I can't. What is
So
happening?
are you guys open to, like, whipping out a cell phone during a session and recording yourself? I mean, it's kind of difficult to like set up a camera and do all of that, but how
That's not
about,
difficult. Wait a minute, that's not difficult.
Ain't difficult.
yeah, but I mean, some people might feel a little awkward, like, I don't want to record it.
It depends on your lady. If your lady not for it, then you ain't disrespecting. It's like,
Mm.
No, you just send her the fuck home. Get a new lady. The fuck? Get a new lady.
That's right. Somebody who down for it.
Yeah, send her ass home.
so y'all. If my lady ain't for it, I ain't.
For it. Yeah, I get it. Like, some
And
people might not necessarily be
couples
into it.
have done that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've done that before.
Mm-hmm.
Make her own.
You got a sex
Mm-hmm.
tape out there?
No, it's not out there. I made sure that sucker was destroyed. But that was back in the day. So when
VHS out there.
nah, it's destroyed because it was for our use only.
So y'all was watching yourself like you was. What you wanted to see the faces you was gonna make that you was making.
Okay, I'm not gonna say what I was looking for, Nell. Long as that's been, I mean, god dang.
It's
But
erotic.
it's just
Getting erotic on
it's
it.
just something about watching yourself with your mate, seeing the passion between the two of you.
So what's the limit, ladies? Like, what is too much for y'all?
What? Too much what?
Too much porn. What's too much?
Too much porn.
You mean for myself? I mean, I
Yeah,
don't.
for yourself.
I mean, it's nothing that I watch on a regular.
Please.
Yeah, I'm watching it a couple times throughout the week. And
Damn.
I'm only I mean, no, I'm doing it too because, like, sometimes
Research purposes.
yeah, and then sometimes, I'm really like wanting to,
No,
and
watching
we're
it.
at
No,
work or
hold on,
whatever.
Ish. Hold on, Ish.
Yeah,
Nell's watching it right now.
I
That's why I'm
can't.
curious. Go ahead, Ish.
So yeah, and it helps with the visual stimulation for me, like, during masturbation, etc. So, I say a couple times a week is good for me. Any more than that is, probably a bit much.
So would you feel offended if your man was watching porn more than y'all was having sex?
I don't know if I would feel offended, but I would definitely, feel like, maybe it's some things that I need that I'm not doing. And then not even only that, you could be doing some things to him, and it just, that's what he wants to do. That's what gets him off. So I don't know if I would be offended, but we would definitely need to, have some discussions about if he's addicted, what is it? Am I lacking somewhere? What do we need to do to zone in on our human interaction so that you don't have to go to porn so often?
So, is there anything that you wouldn't watch, Ish? Is
Yeah,
it
some
any?
shit that I wouldn't watch. Like, listen, the fisting, I can't get with the fisting. Like, it's just certain shit that is just totally wild. The
The
midgets,
little
I
fisting.
can't do. Yeah, the fisting, the midgets, like the big people with the midgets, or the grown people that are very small, but the dick is like humongous, like shit like that. I can't. Shit like that. I can't watch.
All right, let
Why
us
not,
know.
Ish? It
Let
looked
us
too
know in the
weird.
chat. Let us
Yes.
know in the chat. Let us know in the chat which categories are off limits for y'all. No, is there any category off limit for
That's
you?
mess with
All
you.
up shit that's not Black Granny.
No, not Black Granny. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool, man.
Oh my God. How about you, T? What's off limits for you?
Oh, I'm definitely not watching the dudes. I'm definitely not watching the dudes. I'm
Yeah,
cool with it.
yeah. I ain't
So
watching
let
no.
Everything else, I'll take a peek at everything else. I'll take a peek.
all right.
What's up? You switch the question.
No. I was just getting ready to say. So I know I like a lot of the guys like don't want to see another dude having sex with a woman. Like that's most of the porn that they steer away from. So, but what does it say about a man who likes that? It doesn't
I'm
necessarily mean that he's gay, right?
watching sex
Um,
with a woman. What
no,
a
Yeah.
dude on dude.
Well, yeah, dude on dude.
Dude on dude now.
oh hell. You
It's
watch?
just not
I
sexy.
knew y'all was gonna say that. I just was wondering.
It's just not sexy, man. Cool. It's just
Yeah,
not
I
sexy.
turn away when I see a guy taking his shirt off in a movie. I ain't
Right.
what? Huh.
It's just not sexy, man.
That's the way I feel, guys, about
But
girl
girl
on
on girl
Got
is
girl.
you.
sexy. Girl on girl is sexy though, K-Day.
That's sexy to y'all.
Nah, it's sexy to everybody.
No, no. I feel the exact same way that y'all
Mm,
feel about watching man on man. That's the way I feel about
yeah.
girl on girl.
A
KD,
lot.
KD. So do you think that it's more girls that would say girl on girl is sexy than guys saying guy on guy is sexy?
Probably so. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm
Right.
sure.
So
I
who do
mean,
y'all?
there's plenty of them with it. I'm just not.
What you say? Hell no, Katie.
What's up,
Mm-mm.
Ish?
Mm-mm. So who do you think watches porn more, men or women?
Women.
That's the wrong question. The real question is who watches more porn out of us four? That's the real question.
Oh, well, that's an easy
Probably
question. I
me.
watch less. I watch the least. So we all.
Oh, probably.
Check, check her
Katie.
phone. Check her
I
phone.
watch the
That
least.
motherfucker loaded.
Yeah, I think Kate. That's why Katie always having
Check her
computer trouble.
cookies.
Yo,
She
that's why
probably
Katie
on
always having
golf.
computer
Now I
trouble.
will
Oh
say
my
this:
God.
when I am in my writing mode, yeah, it would be full of it. I'm not going to even lie. But it's sad to say. I guess my sex life is just that boring that I have to go look at other people's sex lives to put scenes in to give me ideas. But now when I'm in writing mode, yeah, I be tearing it up.
But you use it for your creative stimulation, right? Now, do you use it for your creative stimulation so that you can write your stories and things like that? But do you
Now
partake in the
sometimes,
physical?
yeah, I mean sometimes no. Sometimes I go in
Right.
search of it for my own creative. I mean, hell,
Right.
I'm human too.
Hmm.
So sometimes I do go in for my own, little special date night with myself.
Hmm.
See, I used to would say that probably more men watch porn than women, but now since y'all be on y'all little rose mission, I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna say y'all watch more porn than
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
it,
would
it
rather have I would rather have in person sex with a real person. The
yeah.
fuck?
Well, they saying it's neck and neck. It's like neck and neck. 70%
Hmm.
of men and 70% of women. So they're
Hmm.
saying it's like neck and neck, but I mean, that all boils down to it's a whole bunch of different things that can go into that. Like, you know what I mean? that's just a general across the board. But you know, in our culture, it might be more women doing it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Than
Mm-hmm.
men. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
Especially with
know.
the
I know
influx.
it's definitely more white boys watching porn because they don't get pussy like that. But we can go ahead. Mm.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, especially with the influx of you know, the toys and things like that. Like I really feel like that, you know, women are probably going to surpass the men. Especially women who need the visual stimulation. Some women don't need it. Some women don't like it. Some women won't watch it.
Hold on,
Um,
Aisha. I want to ask KD. So KD, when you're enjoying your rose time, right? When you're enjoying your rose time, right? Do you
Mm-hmm.
need visual stimulation, or are you just good with the rose?
Oh, I'm just good with the roles because I use my own imagination. Sometime I'll have visual, but most of the time I don't need it. Well, not with the
mhm,
roles.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, so see, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the women sometimes don't even need porn to get jump started. Like they just go ahead and, you know, can get right to it, or like she
Yeah,
said,
because
use
once you go to
mental.
that point, hell, you want it anyway. So you know.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, all right. So what do you guys think about making a little something that is of pornographic nature and sending it to your partner?
Done and done.
Men and women, like y'all sending to and receiving, or
Yes,
no,
done.
just receiving?
Nah,
Done
I
and
ain't
done. I'm
selfish.
mainly I'm mainly receiving, but I'll do it if requested. But done and done.
Yeah, I'm doing it if requested. I ain't a fuck nigga that's just going to show up with a dick in your inbox.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't just gonna drop
Not a,
that off for you.
Right.
not, not
Right.
your phone and see Nell's name and the dick pic next to it. That's kind of weird unless she requested. Now we on Robin and you my chick. Then showcase my joint.
All right, hold on now. I want to ask the women, and I want to ask the women in the chat as well. Do y'all get turned on watching porn?
Yeah, freaky than a motherfucker.
I'm
Yeah.
asking the women, not you.
Mhm.
Mel talks like, yeah.
No, not me.
Depending on
Yeah, they
if
freaky.
it's
No,
something that I
you talk
want to
about
see,
us.
yeah.
You talk about us. Yeah, I do.
Hmm.
I do.
Like dumb
I'm,
turn,
Yeah, dumb turn.
like dumb John, like
Yeah,
a faucet type John turned
right,
on. Like
right,
can't contain yourself type turned on.
right. Like
Like you ready?
sending
Like,
like they sending the drunk text right after that.
Yeah.
like, hey, baby.
Right.
wait a minute. I thought you said watching porn. Oh, to my
Right.
from the maid. Ah, from the
No, not from
partner.
the
No,
making. Just if
you
you
just get
watching just if you watching porn and then you get turned on, so now you drunk texting your mate.
Mhm.
Well, I don't think I'd be drunk texting. I mean, I would join in when
Yes,
he's
you
sending it to
do.
me. I join in. But then if I realize he's just drunk, well, I'm like, he ain't gonna remember it in the morning anyway. Ain't no need in me wasting my time.
Mhm.
Huh?
I can't.
But you
I'm not
but
So
gonna do
I
wait,
don't understand. I
listen.
don't think you understand technology. It don't
it.
go away. So when he sober up or he wakes up, he can enjoy it once he's in a cool, chill mind.
Oh no no. Oh, I thought y'all said if he sent me one and then he's drunk.
No, okay, then.
Mm-mm.
Okay. I didn't understand the question. I'm sorry.
Even if the nigga
Okay.
drunk and he send you something, are you calling him like I'm on my way?
Oh no, I mean
Or
I
is your
don't
next
know.
question going to be,
That depends on if it turned me on and if he's close enough. Yeah.
or is your question going to be, who was you thinking about?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Y'all will kill a mood in a second with one
Mm-mm.
question. What you? How you send me that,
Right.
motherfucker?
All right, I got a
Well, I
question.
figure
So
if you
wait.
send it to me, that you're thinking of me.
So wait, T. Hold your thought. Hold your
Yeah,
thought.
all right. Go ahead, Ish.
Do guys get turned on by watching porn, or do you guys are you guys like so calculated and just okay? I'm going to just go ahead, get it off, and then be done. Or is it like a building turn on for you guys?
I get turned on by her moans. Like it's going to be her moans and her movements, or if she's a squirter or something like that. That's the turn on part.
Gotcha.
I'm so different. That whole part it's okay. But what turns me on is the visual aspect of what I see leading up to the sex part, like the leggings. I told you I'm a big fanatic. That shit turns
This nigga's crazy, man.
I'm more turned on by that than I am by a porn, like a video like that.
Right.
My mind goes to a whole different place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, like, that shit right
Nigga,
there.
hold the fuck on. So the leggings are turning you on more than this girl squirting across the fucking room?
Yes. Leggings will turn. Yo, that's like a fucking squirt across the room type joint. Yes. If she walk past me and she doing housework, I'm turned on trooper time. If I see her walking up the street with them on, I'm turned on heavy. She sent me a picture. I'm turned on.
Right. No, that's because that's your chick. But I'm talking about just a chick in general.
I'm gonna shut the hell up because you trying to get me.
Of course, with your chick, you gonna feel that way. But
Nell, I'm gonna shut the hell up.
Nell, I'm gonna shut the hell up because you trying to get me in trouble. I can't.
Will incriminate me, I will not be able to the leggings. I don't want to miss that. You know.
See, what was your question? Go ahead. What was your question?
No, but I get it. I'm visually turned on by what visually turns me on. That the movies, because we see them so much as kids, and we found our parents' stash or our father's stash at an early age. So it's cool at this point. And now we know what it looks like, and we've been inside of it, and we've done all kind of crazy shit that we've seen on there. So it doesn't have the same impact on me as it did when I was a young person.
My nigga, her and those major mountain moans and that squirt and cream pie action is a fucking different kind of thing.
But for me,
what you say over there?
Black granny in a pair of leggings in the movie, I'm going bananas.
I can't. Yeah, that's definitely a fetish. Helen said that's a fetish. That's definitely a fetish.
That's a fetish for her.
That's reality.
My question was, at what age did you see your first porn?
Yeah, mine was like I'm gonna say like 12.
Yeah, I discovered it in the closet with the gun.
To see that, talking about to actually see a porn or
a porn magazine, whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, a porn magazine, I was probably like 13, 14.
You was married then.
But an actual movie, I was married at 16. But an actual movie, I was 16.
I think I seen my first movie at like 12. We discovered when around 12, 13. Yeah. When was the first time y'all masturbated?
I will never forget it.
Hold on. I was probably like 10, man. I've been outside, man. What the fuck?
I was 36 years old, man.
Damn it, y'all. What the fuck are we doing?
Well, I mean, 12 ain't that far behind. Why does that you was first me? Off the porch.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah.
Ish, how old was you?
12.
How old was you?
12.
To my what?
Oh my God.
She said 13 now.
How old was you when you first masturbated?
Oh, masturbated?
Oh, about 13 when I started looking at the little magazines.
Yeah, I was like 36.
Nigga, what?
No, you wasn't.
My mama told me
it did take me a while because I was smashing chicks, so I didn't need to. So it probably was like around 20 or something like that.
Damn.
Right. Okay.
30 when she first nasty. Y'all nasty. Okay. Sarah was 6 years old. What the fuck is that? Sarah, you can't tell me you were 6. Sarah.
What the
this
fuck
is enough erotics on for her tonight.
It's another right.
He was in 2nd grade.
But that's it. Like
Sarah, go to bed.
most kids will find it. You know.
Go to bed, Sarah. Night time for Sarah tonight.
Night,
She's
Sarah.
going to get us.
Thank the Lord it was only sex cards. Thank the Lord it was only sex cards. Because you know,
I feel like we're going to get a call from Child Protective Services in like tomorrow.
Hold on. No, as a kid, you definitely had to have the fucking pen.
The pen.
The fucking pen. The pen that used to fuck like this. It was a pen. You could write with it, but it used to fuck.
How? What?
I
How?
don't remember that pen.
What?
Yeah. There was a pen. There was a pen that had like a girl and a guy on it, and if you bent it like this, they would be fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
remember that pen.
I do. And the pen that you turn upside down and to make the woman naked or something like that. Mm-hmm. I know what he's talking about.
This motherfucker. This one. She on.
Sarah on one.
So
what Sarah said then.
That's why she good. That's why she good.
Notice when she jumped off the porch. You got it.
My goodness. No, I don't think I have any more questions. I mean, obviously, we could talk about this all night. This is one of those conversations where, you know, it could just go on and on. Well, but no, I don't have any more questions other than I don't really know if you guys told us how often you watch porn. Because I know Katie and I answered. Did you guys answer how often you watch porn?
No.
At my big age now, or just
at your big age now.
My big age.
Right. At my big age now, I'm gonna say maybe once a week. Not too bad.
Now, yeah. This is a judgment-free zone now.
Facts.
Judgment-free zone here.
Judgment-free zone. That's right.
Probably once or twice a week. I check it out, see what's going on, make sure everybody.
See what's going on. Okay.
Make sure the community is still alive and
make sure everything good.
Make sure all the grand alive. They ain't die from.
Do y'all have any questions?
Who said they was watching Pinky in the chat? Somebody said they was watching Pinky. Who is Rhonda?
I never watched Pinky.
Who is Pinky?
Pinky is
Bye, Katie. Bye, Katie. Bye, Katie. See you next Sunday. Bye, Katie.
Pinky
I don't know Pinky.
She's only
you
like
said Pinky or Pinky?
Del Rio.
Vanessa Del Rio was the first porn that I ever seen at 12. It was of Vanessa Del Rio. And I will never forget it.
Mine was I got caught one night. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I was about 14, 15 years old. And you remember how you had the chipped up cable boxes that your parents
I was about to say that.
I'm downstairs on the couch. My mom on a lounge chair. She knocked out, fell asleep.
Nigga, you was wild.
Channel 98.
My mom sleep right there.
97 and 99 was the
porn channel. Say she was upstairs and I muted the TV.
She's laying right here.
Right next to me.
She laying right
next to me.
He was bold.
Here, and I'm watching it. And I'm watching her as I'm watching. Like, I'm looking, making sure. She woke up. And I tried to turn, I couldn't turn. And left it on the TV. I was like, Mom, you need me to get you anything out the kitchen? So she went see what she's seen it.
Shout out to all
you was asking for that one, Nell, to do it with her right there. You knew she was gonna wait for it. Oh my God.
If y'all go on any porn site in the National Geographic history of porn and type in Pinky, then you will see who Pinky is.
Yeah.
She's an icon in the black community. She's like the greatest porn star in the black community. But she was fat to me, so I'm good.
Yeah,
she got bigger over. She got bigger over the years too. So, but she had the signature pink hair.
Yeah, Pinky is for being a freak. Pinky.
Yeah.
Big Booty Judy, Vanessa Del Rio. Yeah, all it.
Mm-hmm.
the Marcus and all them, the bank,
Mhm.
there's all of them. Yeah.
And some of you ladies might need to check out Superhead and Mr. Marcus so y'all can get a few pointers.
Mm-hmm.
Like Marilyn is saying, Superhead was her teacher. Some of you ladies might need to look into that.
Mhm.
Some pointers. He
Mhm.
definitely,
On one tonight. Oh my
he
God.
definitely was going to work.
The shit
Shout
that
out
you
to Superhead, man.
oh, and y'all critique me?
Shout out to Superhead, man.
Y'all crazy.
Mhm. Shout out to Superhead.
Y'all crazy. Superhead was her teacher. What?
Listen,
She a bad motherfucker. If that
that's
was
what
her.
I was about to
Now I
say.
don't know any
Marilyn
of the
got
stars of them, so I don't know who y'all talking about.
Y'all
But
crazy out
You don't know Pinky or Superhead. Can we exclude her out of this segment?
here.
okay, I just don't know the name of stars. You know that hell, I don't even know the name
KD,
of other
Superhead,
stars.
KD, Superhead is also an author. You know,
Mhm.
like
Is she?
Pinky,
yes,
yeah, they got
a,
books.
a
Oh, okay.
big time
They got
author.
books.
She's
Big time
a
author.
supreme author.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Karen Steffen is her name.
Of a porn.
Karen,
Who?
Her name is Karen Steffen.
Karen Stephan.
Oh,
She
okay.
married. What was the guy from
She
Family
married
Matters?
Eddie Winslow. She married
Eddie
Eddie
Winslow. She
Winslow.
Eddie Winslow
he had a
drove
relationship,
his ass nuts.
had a relationship with
Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne. Remember,
Lil
she was
Wayne.
married and she was leaving her husband and the kids in the house
To go fuck
to
Lil
go meet
Wayne.
these
The girl
guys.
fuck Lil Wayne.
And the
Absolutely.
husband was supportive.
Wow.
He was like, all
I'm
right.
mad that y'all don't know who Superhead is.
Oh, the husband knew about it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
She was bringing
Superhead.
home big bags.
No, she's
Wow.
Superhead. The fuck?
Huh?
I don't give a fuck. She was bringing the big bags home or not. She's Superhead.
She's
Are you
Superhead,
going to say no? Don't come home and give me the Superhead? Fuck no.
yeah.
Come
Right.
home and give me the Superhead.
Yeah, give me the Superhead. That clears up everything.
The fuck? What are you talking
But
about?
oh
I
yeah.
give me the Superhead.
Hey, come
Oh,
Oh
that's
home and give
yeah.
me the
slogan. I need a
Superhead.
shirt that say that. Come on, give me the Superhead.
So he was
Mhm.
fine with her doing it to anybody else.
She is
That's odd.
Superhead.
Yeah. He
Not
knew.
Superhead.
Yep.
He
He
She's
knew what she
Superhead.
was.
said he knew
Yep.
about it. He was
Before.
supportive of his wife.
Yep.
Supportive.
Right.
Yep.
He knew what he got himself into.
He
Yep.
not a serial killer like you, Katie. I'm not leaving Shorty. She got the Superhead.
Ah!
Yeah. So guys, listen. Porn is dive into it a little bit
So
for
what
your
would you
needs.
tell the masses? Would you tell the I seen this on a movie, right? I seen this on the Wolf of Wall Street. And he told the guy the best way to survive in life is to masturbate twice a day. Do you recommend masturbation? Because they say masturbation cleanses the soul, gets you out of moods,
Mm-hmm.
good for your urethral
Stress
system,
reliever.
all that kind of
Stress
stuff.
reliever.
Stress
Absolutely.
reliever. Stress
Everybody
reliever.
should have a masturbation schedule. And it doesn't have to be a schedule because, it's going to hit you at different times. You know what I mean? When you're feeling sexually aroused or you want to feel sexually aroused. But you should definitely implement masturbation into your schedule. Now, maybe 2 times a day might be a bit much for some people, and 2 times a day might not be enough for some people. I think you got to find a healthy medium that fits you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to be over excessive with it because again, it kind of takes away from it can get you to a point where it takes away from your human interaction and your human connection, and it can desensitize you, especially the women. You know what I mean? Because most of the toys focus on clitoral stimulation, and I know most women gravitate more towards vibrators and clitoral stimulators than they do actual dildos. So you have to be mindful of those things as well because overuse of those clitoral stimulators that are not used properly. And when I mean properly, I mean conduction, like putting lube on in between it and not just placing the vibrator directly on your clitoral area without any lubricant. It can desensitize your clitoris. So a healthy schedule, proper masturbation is good as much as you can
I
get it
got a
in.
question. I got a question. It's for the ladies, so you can sit this one out now. Is there a limit on how many orgasms y'all can have? Like how we get drained? Is that a thing with y'all? Like,
I don't know. I want to say that yes, there is a threshold and there is a limit for a woman, but it is very high. It is very high, and it is well, and I will have to do some research on that to know exactly like the stats on that. But I will say it's higher than a man. So if a man could, like, in a day, let's just say a man could come 8 times, a woman can double that easy and be looking at you like, what's up? What you doing?
Damn, you only 16 times. You ain't.
you ain't good.
And I use that as I'm saying double, but you know what I'm saying? Like it can literally be double to a man's threshold.
You know what I'm saying? I made you come 16 times and you ain't good.
Yeah, ain't good.
But a woman, depending on her age too, has a higher sex drive than a man as well. So
Bullshit.
no, not bullshit. Not bullshit. Not bullshit.
Bullshit.
It is not.
Bullshit.
It is not. So you think? So you're saying that women, no matter what their age, never has a high sex drive?
No, I'm saying that out of the women that I know, the younger ones had a higher sex drive.
Out of the woman that I know,
you only know old women, nigga. You don't even fucking count in this discussion.
they shits is on point though. They on
But that's
point.
what I was getting ready to say. Now maybe you can chime in a little bit, like the
I-
older women that you dealt with, where their sex drive is higher.
She cannot chime in because he doesn't have experience with the younger women. You can't chime in.
Right.
But you don't know the older women then.
Yes, the fuck I do, Katie. I know all women. Okay. You got me fucked up.
So see, that's what I'm saying.
Look, maybe I stand corrected.
Maybe T, maybe you didn't find that a woman in that age prime where her sex drive is through the roof. So that's why you're saying, the younger women typically have higher sex drives than the older women. Because listen, there is a point in time in a woman's evolution that her sex drive is through the roof, and she is of older stature and not necessarily of younger. It's higher than when she was younger. So I guess it just really all depends.
Mm-hmm. She growing up.
Huh? You see my phone? You see my phone?
Uh-huh.
That means give her my number.
Okay. Look, I'm like, yeah, I see your phone. What's up with it? Like, I thought she was gonna say, it's yeah. I will not. I cannot. But no, seriously though.
It's crazy shit, right?
Like, seriously though, find a healthy, happy medium for you and for your partner, whether it's masturbation, whether it's intaking of pornography, whatever it is to make you happy, to release some stress, to get some shit off, to learn some new things, to be sexually in tune with yourself and with your partner. Do it.
No, since you've been with these old ladies, right? I don't mean to word it like that, but that's how I gotta word it. Since you've been with these old ladies, right? Let me see how I can say this.
Let me eat my gummy bears because this man is trying.
Let me see if I can say
He's trying to get Nell killed. Nell to leave them alone.
Say this without hurting anybody's feelings. Are these old ladies agile enough to do, some of these things?
At the end of the day, they still women.
Like you see that upside down. Listen, hold on. You see that upside down shit you talking about, right? Mm-hmm. You might throw somebody hip out. They old as shit. Them old ass ladies. You might throw somebody.
You got a point, T.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why we enrolled them in Medicare. That's medical attention. But in the moment, they responding.
Okay.
They respond.
Don't call me when you're at the hospital. That's all I'm saying. I'm not coming.
I'm gonna be like, Nell, I did not tell you to do that there.
Thanks.
Nah, but again, too, it's all again. You gotta make sure your partner is into that shit.
Yeah.
Because you could try to perform something on it, and they can start screaming, or get upset and say, nah, this ain't for me. Be cognizant. You know what I mean? You just make it work.
You talking about are they agile enough? We don't broke a heel.
But then too,
they can't.
Like,
look, no, they don't got the Magnes no more at that age.
Yeah. They got the jaws
don't got the Magnes at that age.
Listen,
I got the mechanisms anymore, but them jaws don't go nowhere. That shit.
But look at Ish. Look at Ish right now. She like, I got about 4 or 5 of them strokes. Then I gotta sit down.
Hey, listen. I'm not going to speak on that, but I will say it's not quite that bad just yet.
But hey, if you make those 4 or 5 strokes, if you make those 4 or 5 strokes memorable while you up there, shit, I'll flip you back over on your back and let you lay there and get your life together, and whatever.
Listen,
I ain't coming to the hospital. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Find what's comfortable. Find what's safe. So that you don't be in the hospital at the end of a session. Okay.
And besides, you know what your partner is capable of doing.
No, this is what I'm saying, KD. They be talking shit like they capable of it, but when that shit pop out of the fucking place, and now you at the hospital all fucking night, I don't got time for that shit.
Now that can happen with the young ones too.
That's what I was
if you
about to
pump it
say.
too hard, yeah.
That can
happen with the young one too.
That can happen, and I've been there. All I'm saying is, it's more likely that fucking old lady will break down when you try to do the scissor pretzel jaw. She ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna work.
I can't. Hilarious, guys. So great conversation tonight, guys. Great conversation tonight. Just make sure that you find some healthy ways to relieve some stress, whatever that may be. So important.
And remember, practice safe sex is vital.
Mm-hmm.
Safe sex and healthy sex is vital to the everlasting life of your sex life.
Mm-hmm. See, they eating you up in the comments, man. Don't be so sure about that, T. They say they will wear your ass out.
No, they ain't.
They camping. I ain't worried about them. They camping because they can't fucking last. They camping. I'm telling you. I promise you. I will put all the old ladies down. I promise you. They camping. Y'all cannot fucking hang. So y'all can sit in the fucking chat and camp while y'all wet. I fucking know it.
Well, maybe you just feel like they can't hang with what you have.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I feel fucking great tonight.
Great night.
Number 1 for a change. Thank you, T.
So T, the public enemy number 1.
I think I'm gonna light off you now.
Thank you. I could live to see another week.
Yes. Well, how about their Eagles?
Who?
Oh, the green team. Excuse me.
The green. You proud of that? You proud of what happened today?
I'm proud. Even a win is a win. It was a tough, ugly win.
Y'all got a last second win off a team that's not even a real team at this point. You're proud of that.
Yes. You know why? You know what it shows? Perseverance. Let's go. Eagles.
Let's go. So that means we are going.
Y'all got the easiest fucking schedule I ever seen in my life, but I'll let y'all rock. Go ahead now.
Thank y'all for getting to this point of the show. Let's get right into it. We got 60 seconds of fun. So the Falcons beat the Bears to end the Bears winning streak at 2 games. The Falcons sit atop of the AF in the NFC South with a 5-6 record, beating the Bears 27-24. The Buffalo Bills, with a home game actually on the road in Detroit this week because of 6 feet of snow that the Buffalo area got, beat the Browns 31-23. As Ish so affectionately called them, the green team, the Philadelphia Eagles, improved to 9-1 with the win over the Colts, beating them 17-16 in the waning seconds of the game,
What did you call
with
them? The Cooks?
4
Did you
from
call them the Cooks?
to improve their record.
No, no. Did you call them the Cooks?
The Colts,
The coach.
the Colts. I got an up down south swag, so you already know how it's gonna come out. Anyway, the
Hold on. Oh, hold on now, because I see some slander going on in the chat.
Slander. Yes.
Hold on. Let
They
me make this,
said you
don't
gonna
think because I've
let
been
me make
chilling
this,
tonight.
let me make this perfectly clear and pronounce my words right and all of these things. Ladies, I don't give a fuck about a nympho or whatever, whoever. I have yet in my 40 plus years of life seen a woman take me down. So good luck. Go ahead now. Good luck.
mm-mm-mm.
How can I follow that? What the fuck? We gonna try. The Patriots, Helen's team, won today 10-3, beat the Jets. Saints beat the Rams. The Lions beat the Giants. The Raiders beat the Broncos. And in tonight's game, the Chiefs beat the Chargers 30-27. And them boys, the Cowboys, that is, beat up on a very, very, very good Minnesota Vikings teams and beat them 40-3. So that's
Crazy.
the scores in and around the NFL. Also, I want to use this segment right here, going to 60 seconds, to answer a question by one of our people in the audience, Tara. She asks, and this goes along with the 5-part series that we're going to do in regards to financial literacy, and I wanted to answer this in this segment. And she said, what is the difference between an LLC and a trademark? The difference between an LLC and a trademark, and the short answer is the level of protection that they can provide. And in the case of an LLC, your business name is only guarded within state lines after you register. You cannot press charges against brands using the same title if they are based in different states. That's to do with an LLC. Now, the trademark protection law ensures local protection from the moment you start using it in commerce as per common law rights. You can also file for state or federal registration, legitimizing your ownership over the company's name's future. Here's a breakdown of the 3 types of trademark registrations. There's state registrations. Much like an LLC, your trademark name is protected in the state of your registration. You also have federal registrations. Excuse me. You acquire federal protection, which means that you can prosecute any individual or organization that infringes on your trademark within U.S. territories. And then you also have international registrations. And these protect trademarks outside of the United States. Currently, I'm serving 124 countries that have signed that treaty. Another perk of owning a registered trademark is the ability to stop counterfeit goods from entering the United States. For an example, you may have trademarked, we may have trademarked Uncensored Minds, right? We have a t-shirt. Now, China, which is not a part of the United States, it's its own country, somebody over there decides to create their own shirt that's Uncensored Minds. Same logo, same layout, same everything. If we have a trademark, which I know we do because we're smart, then that company that's trying to ship over here, it will get blocked by customs, right? So that's a way of how a trademark will work in safeguarding your goods. All right, forwarding your registration certificate, and by doing that, you counterfeit goods from entering the United States. By forwarding your registration certificates to the United States Customs and Border Protection, and they will intercept the imposter. Should you register a trademark or LLC first, it's best to start both procedures simultaneously and prevent competing brands from stealing your ideas. Keep in mind that, unlike LLCs, trademark registrations have an expiration date. You will have to maintain your trademark by applying for renewal once every 10 years. So hopefully that has answered your question in regards to what is the difference between LLC and trademark. Right? Outside of that, make sure you catch us at Wednesdays at 8 p.m. for Telemade Kicks. Also, Game 7. They were chugging on along next week. If I'm my memory serves me correct, they will be highlighting the top 5 point guards on this show coming up. It's a real big deal because we have a lot of important people who could fall in that 1 through 5 category based upon who you like or who you deem as being legit. And then you got us again on 9 o'clock on Sundays for our Uncensored Minds. Now, this Thursday is a very special day in and around us all. We celebrate Thanksgiving on this day, but we also will have a Game 7 show. Some people are like, what, is it coming on because it's Thanksgiving? Are they going to be here? What does that look like? We're going to have a fun-filled day of football, eating, and also Game 7. So the crew decided that they will take time out of their busy schedules to make sure they educate you on everything that is in and around the NBA. Hopefully, we'll see y'all all there Wednesday at 8 for Telemade Kicks, 7 p.m. on Thursday for Game 7. And again, the 4 of us here at 9 or so o'clock on Sunday for Uncensored Minds. Again, let's go on to 60-second shout-outs.
Look, no, I do have something to say to you ladies, but I'm going to let y'all rock. I'm gonna let y'all be great.
What now? What now? We was quiet. We was quiet.
He's not going to let that rest. Y'all done stirred this man up. Y'all should have.
That's what I'm saying. This is not the play with somebody safe, man. Play with somebody safe.
Thumb in your mouth in the corner.
Play with somebody safe, man. They know each half of them can barely make it around a block. Play with somebody safe, man.
Oh my God, I can't.
T coming for the artists. He need to stop. I know they see. I can't even see the comments. Oh my God! But I see it's 396. Somebody don't put some cussing on you, T. It's 396 comments.
Also, as we start at the beginning of the show, let's also remember to keep the Robinson family in our prayers. They laid their daughter to rest Friday, and they're still dealing with this ongoing tragedy as they try to find answers for the death of their daughter, Shanquella Robinson. So our heartfelt prayers go out to the Robinson family. Our prayers go out tonight for one of our very own. We always have to announce this, but Barb, she normally is here on Sunday nights and around. She lost a family member tonight. We want to keep her and family in prayers. Unfortunately, one of her younger nephews was killed tragically. So let's keep them in our prayers as they mourn, go through this process, this grieving process together. And anybody else out there that's going through anything, our heartfelt condolences are with you. Our prayers are with you. And we have your back. So thanks again for supporting us here on Uncensored Minds. From the 4 of us, back again.
Katie, what you looking at over there?
She probably looking at her. Trying to turn at the end of the night.
I was put something in the comments for Barb. I'm sorry.
Katie, you put it in a private chat. Nobody can see that.
Right. Oh. You put it in
That's what I'm looking like, Katie. That's us.
This is shit I'm
Poor
talking
Katie.
About.
Okay, well, Barb, I'm sending up prayer hands.
Hey, Ish, this is shit I'm talking about. Y'all think y'all can hang with this kind of shit?
He deducts points for every little thing that we do. We are like negative 250 right now.
They down 250?
Yeah, we down like 250, definitely.
Yo, y'all have
Barb, I'm sending my prayers to you, baby.
Guys.
Thank you again for joining us tonight Hopefully y'all had a great experience. To anybody that's new that's watching this, thank y'all for taking time out of your schedules to be here with us. Come back, share, like, comment,
I want to say,
purchase the merch.
hold on, no. I want to say I'm proud of you, Nell. I'm big proud of you tonight.
Good job.
You did good. You didn't lose your shit. I'm big proud of you tonight, Nell.
Salute.
I think the sessions are starting to pay off.
Yeah.
You're
Good
good.
shit. Good shit.
I took
Good
a
shit.
volume, so I'm
Let's
a
get
little.
out of here before it happens. So let's
Bye, guys.
Adios.
Bye, guys.
Yes, bye, guys. Happy
See y'all next
Thanksgiving. See y'all
Sunday.
next.